Hello, everybody. I know nobody's here yet, but I wanted to say this first and foremost, but I will wait just a second here. I was supposed to go live earlier and I had a lot to do, and then I ended up so busy. I didn't mean to ignore you guys and not go live at 7, like I said, so I do apologize. Um, I want to schedule them on here. If I do it on my phone, then it says I'm going to be doing one mobile, and I don't want that. So I have to start, uh, you know, putting them on here so that everybody knows that for sure every Sunday at 7 I want to go live, and then um we'll see how everything goes with that and go from there. But I want to say this first and foremost, and then we will go ahead and get started where I have planned. Please excuse me. I took some notes here because this bitch, she's a diabolical one. You know what I'm saying? So, if you've been watching AMBERLYNN read for any length of time, you already know nothing is ever simple. From ever changing narratives to relationships that viewers openly question and don't get any answers. Hello, attention lost. How are you? Thank you for the comment. Um, Today we're going to be unpacking it all, and if this gets to be super super long, we'll go ahead and I'll do part 2, part 3, 4, 100. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of listening to the LCU bullshit and the shutdown of the deep dive that Zay Zuda was going to do. It seems like Keem and his team. Okay. Keem and his team are Keem and his team. Huh. They are protecting Amber. She's a star in the LCU. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what she's a star to you as Keem. All she is a dollar sign to you. That's it. But she's either going to F you over or it's going to be the other way around. Either way, I know that something's going to happen and this is going to turn out to be a big fucking mess for you, Keem. And we can't say we didn't warn you, you know? But I will be going over all the different rarity stories. And like I said, I stated this like 2 weeks ago and the week after in live stream stating that thank you very much, Carnival Footprints. That AMBERLYNN stated on LCU that she, hi Gail, how are you? That she knew that the door had been open from Emily leaving that night for 2 whole hours. It was open. And she has also openly stated that she knows that Rarity is one to get out. Now, she also stated that Rarity and all the other cats used to like to hang out in the basement. So when she realized that the door had been open for over 2 hours, why didn't she take her big fat ass downstairs and go see if Rarity was down there? That's what pisses me off. No, instead, she had anxiety and it was really bad day and they've been fighting. And so she went to bed. So fuck Rarity, right? Let her go freeze to death in the snow. That's okay. How will we let your fat ass go freeze to death in the fucking snow? How would you like that? No, you had the privilege of becoming a YouTuber and getting paid way too much money. And now you're a spoiled, well, you've always been, I think, a spoiled, rotten little brat. You were the one talking about having this horrible time in foster care, yet you had great parents in California who took good care of you, took you to Disneyland and all that kind of stuff. You had girls sending you gifts all the time. You fucking made Crystal cry because she sent you what was it? What do they call them? The little iTunes things or whatever. And I forgot what they used to call the fucking thing. And she made Crystal cry because Crystal didn't get the right amount of memory in it or something. Anyways, all I'm saying is it's been years and years and years of abusing people, lying, manipulating, and then blaming everything on imaginary mental illnesses that she doesn't have. Okay. Now, she had a therapist tell her one time, hey, you might want to go and see if you have BPD because you seem to have the symptoms. Did she ever go and do that? No. Because one thing we know about AMBERLYNN, if she does something that she knows is going to validate herself, by God, she's going to fucking let us know about it. You know what I mean? And then what I thought was also another interesting fact was I watched Snowflake earlier and I heard that, I remember when she used to say this, that sexual harassment to her is sexual assault. So her sitting up there on the LCU and doing all these like, oh, hey, how are you, honey? Baby grandma. Hey, no, it's okay. It's been my nickname since I was a little gal. So mind your business, okay? Hey, hater girl. Glad to see you. Thank you so much for coming and subscribing to my channel, Go Minnie the Queen. You really made my night last night. I was really happy. I'm trying to get into Girl World for a long time. You understand? I made videos in the past. I used to react to AMBERLYNN and nobody would watch them. And I don't know if I was shadow banned or what, but I was pissed because AMBERLYNN is one of the only people on the internet that can like bring me to a rage that is like uncontrollable. I don't like being like that, acting unhinged, but like I'm literally like bouncing out of my seat, screaming at the fucking computer sometimes where I have to go take a break. It's really hard, but I want to get through this with you guys because I was so fucking mad when I heard that. And this is what sparked a lot of this, and also being in um um uh Roxy's live last night. I'm so sorry. But I heard that Zayzuda couldn't do her deep dive, and I'm just like, and then listening to them just like be so uplifting to AMBERLYNN, and she's the queen and she's the star of the LCU. You know what? It would be one thing if this bitch was getting the help she needed and she was not continuing to abuse people or animals and she was being accountable instead of just sitting there saying, I take accountability. What does that mean? You haven't changed a fucking thing. So how are you accountable? You know what I mean? And then we got Tommy in the chat, and she's controlling the fucking narrative from the chat. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then AMBERLYNN goes running to Keem and whining to Keem about how Roxy made a video about my girlfriend and she said this and that. Those photos and all that she put in there is public information, AMBERLYNN. There's nothing you can do about it. No, it's not doxing. So give it up. All right. I wanted to play first and foremost just because it'll kind of get us going. And I did find an archive of a lot of different AMBERLYNN videos, so I'm gonna be going through that shit. Like I'm gonna be making a lies with receipts binder. I'm that dedicated to the girl world. I'll show you guys. You'll see. You'll like my content. At least I'm that confident to know you will. But oh, no thumbs down. Yes, you're right. You're right. In my opinion, Thomas made herself a public figure by being the queen of the, yeah, exactly. She's the one, she stuck her head right in there and then decided to get pissed off. We told her this was going to happen, you know? And if AMBERLYNN thought for 1 second that we weren't going to, because in honest reality, we wanted her in the beginning. We all liked her, right? We all wanted her to lose weight. We were rooting for her in the start of her channel. But then it was one lie after another, one failure after another, one abuse tactic after another, one self-diagnosis after another, one animal. You know what I'm saying? There's no change in any of it. And then she wonders why she's lonely at home, doesn't go anywhere. No one wants to come over and be around her. and all she has is the LCU. Now, I understand that everybody deserves love and understanding and care. But yeah, if that person is actually doing what's needed to better themselves, to be better for other people, then yeah, of course, all the love in the world to you. But she doesn't do that. She sits there and blames her abusive behavior on mental illnesses that she has not even been fully diagnosed with. And that alone pisses me off. The lying about Rarity, going to bed when you knew that Rarity was a cat that liked to get out. You know what I mean? It's just, it's, oh. And I was so happy that, because I said it 2 live streams ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hey, Amy. Praise God, right? And Charlie Gold got me going last night too. I love her. Oh, what was I going to say? Shit. Oh. All right. Well, anyways, I want to watch this with you guys. I'll think of it in a minute and let you know what I was thinking, because it'll come to me. I wanted to watch this live. This is Apathetic Facts. I'm sure you guys have seen their videos, but this is the one where AMBERLYNN spoke or reacted to when Emily spoke to Mr. Snowflake, after Mr. Snowflake and Emily spoke, and Emily posted that Instagram post that said, you know, something about there's soon to be snowflakes coming, or whatever she said. And she was insinuating that she talked to Mr. Snowflake. Now, right at that point, if your girlfriend did that, AMBERLYNN, how could you even trust her ever again? You know what I mean? Like, that's a really hateful thing to do. You know that that's wrong, Emily. Why would you do that? And then she's like, we're in our healing era. Well, let's see where you were, what you're trying to heal from, because you haven't healed from anything at all in your entire life. In fact, no one can bring up your past, AMBERLYNN, but for some reason, for some strange reason, you blame everything on your fucking childhood. How old are you now? You are 35 fucking years old, AMBERLYNN. Stop with the bullshit. There's a lot of us that have had horrible childhoods that have gone to therapy, have tried to heal ourselves, because then we can go out and be healthy people for other people. And that's just the way you do it. You don't walk around. Let's get to it, shall we? Thank you, Zachary Michael. I love that scene.
Desperate attempt at damage control ahead of Emily's interview.
Okay.
So by now we've all seen Amber's desperate attempt at damage control ahead of Emily's interview with Snowflake. Well,
Whoops.
AMBERLYNN's latest accusations and her attempt at damage control are genuinely unhinged. And for those of you who supporting her and believing her, congratulations. You were just manipulated by AMBERLYNN Reid. Join the club. If she had nothing to hide, why is she already rushing to clarify specific things I haven't even spoken about yet? How does she already know what situations I'm talking about with Snowflake? If there wasn't anything she should be held accountable for, she knows exactly what I'm going to say, because she knows exactly what really happened. I'll be the first to admit I've said some awful things during our relationship. I'm not here to paint myself as perfect, but I do hold pride in the fact that I'm not going to say anything that's not true. The fact that she's spinning the narrative before I've even spoken should tell you everything you need to know. Well, Emily has spoken. The video went up earlier today, and shortly after, Amber went live to react to it.
While we're watching.
And prepare yourself, she's absolutely unhinged.
I personally do not and will not be watching, per se, like listening with my ears, Snowflake's video. He triggers me. He gives me anxiety.
You give me anxiety.
He is an apologist. I have it on mute. I don't want to listen to it. I'm going to respond to what she said. Emily messaged me last night. It's been just this vicious cycle of what it's been this whole time, of her saying one thing, me saying another. I don't know how the same reaction channel who once thought my ex was all of these horrendous things have now like switched the script, and Emily is like a saint and we need to like interview her. You know what? I want to be interviewed. Like, when is it my turn? But no, none of these reaction channels want to put it in a light of, you know what? AMBERLYNN has done some things, but maybe for the first time, she might actually be slightly a victim here. But no one wants to see it that way. When they once did. They once were trying to get me away from the feeder.
AMBERLYNN, for fuck's sake. We don't like you because of your behavior. So when your girlfriend decided she wanted to speak out about your abusive behavior, she went to the reaction channel. Did you think that I mean, two things can be true at once. Yeah, we don't like Emily at all. But if she's got some tea on your ass, we'll say, well, sit down. You know what I mean? Like, use your brain, AMBERLYNN. You seem to think there's so many people that are your actual friend that are not, or that will actually have your back in some situation, and they do not. And you can change that by changing your behavior.
But now it's like the roles are reversed. I don't want to do this. I regret not doing this with the whole Beck thing, but it's my turn to respond to exactly what Emily said. And I'm scared in the sense of like, she has been threatening me. She's doing this whole dance of, if you shut up, I'll shut up. For 8 months of the time that we were in a relationship, I know you're watching, hi. You were literally online, publicly humiliating me and hurting me while we were in a relationship. You were doing it anonymously, but also with your name. So hardcore that people were actually truly believing we weren't together. And I had to keep my mouth shut. Why? Because one, I literally loved you. I finally said, this is my last straw. You're threatening me? Oh, life would be so much easier if you were just honest. Guess what? I am being honest. And that's what makes this easy for me. Thank you. The fact that she had the audacity to message me last night and I was trying to...
Remember, this is the real AMBERLYNN crashing out. And she does this also on bus when she's getting really upset. Like, let me speak, even though she runs her fucking dick sucker all the time. Well, actually, no, her pussy licker, I should say. I'm sorry.
Reply with these like well thought out responses. Why do I take the time? The brows, you're so insane. Like, it's actually crazy. Let's say she did all that. Okay, that doesn't change what you did. My whole thing is like, why is it always AMBERLYNN? Why is it always AMBERLYNN that's in the fault?
It's not always AMBERLYNN. It's the fact that AMBERLYNN just is lazy and doesn't do what she needs to do for herself to be a better person. You wouldn't have this problem with Emily at all if you were also healed and you were going to therapy. You would know how to cope and handle this situation without all the yelling and all the fighting and the abuse.
Always AMBERLYNN. You know what's funny? One thing that I know to be true is that Emily was held at gunpoint. I do know that to be true. Like, it's literally in court documents. That's not.
And why was she held at gunpoint? You know why? Wouldn't you be fucking pissed off if you were stuck in a basement all the time? And you don't know the situation. Were you there? Were you there? Were you in the walls? Like you would say? You don't know what happened. What would bring a person to the point of pulling out a fucking weapon on someone? Think about that for a second. I'm not trying to shame a victim. What I'm saying, though, is there were some bad circumstances going on that led to that situation. But yet, here's Emily doing like you do and playing the victim so that everyone feels sorry for her. No, I don't think anybody should be held at gunpoint ever. And I do find it to be traumatizing. And I do believe that Emily, that's not okay. But also, what Emily was doing is not okay. So again, like this situation, that was another toxic situation where two things were true at the same time. And here you are protecting an abuser. Right? So you say, that's your own words that Emily was an abuser as well. So...
not a lie. And when it happened, I stuck by her side. I made a whole video. I wrote a whole thing and read it in a YouTube video. I stuck up for her through and through because you want to know why? The haters and the girl world of it all and the reaction channel. It was Emily's fault.
Love you.
That happened to her. You guys are literally witnessing it firsthand. A bitch going insane.
I miss you so
much. And this is what I have to deal with. Pocahontas. Thank you, Nicole. And the 62 people who thumbs it up. You know what? Make it 100. Let's get that fucking thing up to 100. Not only is it fat shaming, but you're making fun of someone that genuinely was in a relationship, fat shaming their partner. Those of you who agree to that, I would never want to be in a relationship with you.
I miss you guys so much, sick. Jojo.
And you know what's funny? Let's go back to the Beck situation right quick. So many people were like, oh my God, AMBERLYNN wasn't there. Why did, but no one ever like sits there and goes, why did Beck stay? Like it's Beck's fault. I felt genuinely miserable and everyone's like, it's your fault. I have never been with someone like this in my life who genuinely, I have never screamed at the top of my lungs till I've been in a relationship with her. Like, call me borderline babe. I don't give a.
Imagine the poor animals and how they felt during all of this. And God, I hope the child wasn't home. I really like that is some behavior that I grew up with. I saw nothing but violence every fucking day, dude. It was either my mom getting hurt by my dad, or it was trigger warning. I apologize. Oh, I didn't say that. I apologize. Please forgive me. Anyways, trigger warning. We're probably gonna be talking about abuse, and some kind. I don't know if she's gonna bring up anything like sexual assault, but please beware that I should have said that. I'm so sorry. But I witnessed it with my sister to my brother, which they were in a relationship, my sister and my brother-in-law, because I lived with them. I moved in with them to help them with their kids, saw nothing but abuse between them and alcoholism and all that shit. I didn't have the greatest time either, Amberlynn, but do I use it against everybody and try to make it an excuse for bad behavior? Hell no.
I've never felt that kind of rage. And guess what? This is entertainment for you guys, so I hope you're enjoying. Receipts are lying, of course. Oh, thank you for the money. You have a history of being abusive, though.
She's such.
And you know who else has a history of being abusive? Emily.
See, right there.
My last message. I'm sorry for you because you can't accept responsibility is why you can't grow. I hope you grow one day. I hope that you continue sending me super chats. Thank you. All exes have said the same thing about you. You know what's funny about that? It's easy to do when you have thousands of people backing you up. Thousands.
Amberlynn, why are you deflecting? So they literally said, what's true is that every relationship turns out this way with you. But you go, it's always me. Oh, like, stop that childish ass fucking bullshit and realize that you have a part in the situation. It takes two to tango, right? So, I mean, if you take the initiative and you be the one that's getting help and doing all the right things, then nothing can be said to you. But because you don't, your relationships always end up like this, and people are always going to say that because you don't do what you need to do. So you frustrate me so fucking bad, dude. And the way that you argue with people who are trying to get through to you, and you just keep pushing back. That all I can say is, Amberlynn, if you keep doing what you're doing, you keep staying with Emily, and you keep, that weight on, you only probably got like 5 years left of your life. Honest to God, if not, maybe like 7. I mean, that's just a statistical fact. We watch 600-Pound Life. Dr. Now used to say that all the time. People, that are over 500 pounds don't make it much past their 40s, and you're already 35. You know what I mean? It's just, it's sad that you won't wake up. It really, truly is. It's sad to see someone just sit there and be completely fucking delusional to the entire situation and push back on everyone because God forbid they fucking look in the mirror and say, part of this is my fault. This is what I did. Own up to what you've done and handle it.
Literally thousands. They violated your expectation of privacy by releasing private text messages. You have a legal case here. Ranch Girly, thank you so much for the super chat. And genuinely, I had no idea that happened. We're not together anymore. I can trust you that, James, but thank you.
Now you are.
Can you throw it back? Hell yeah, I can. And you know who loved it? Emily. How can she be what she's into and body shame you and same behavior on their part? I don't understand it. It makes me feel people my size are just not accepted in society. We're not like the standard of beautiful. And finally I got with someone that like desired my body, and I've never experienced that before. So then when she would make fun of me and she would make fat jokes, like literally to my face, that's one of the reasons why I knew it was her that said Pocahontas.
See, for me, I don't hate anybody because of their size. What I would hope is that you see your size and realize just how bad it's affecting your health and take the initiative to do what's needed. I just lost a whole bunch of weight. I feel so much better, Amberlynn. I just lost over 100 pounds. It was like 140 total so far. I'm trying for a little bit more, and I'm not perfect either. People make mistakes, they do wrong things, but normal people can look in the mirror and be accountable and be self-aware and realize that sometimes it's not them, it's me. Or sometimes there's stuff you got to fix. Like when I had kids, I realized that in order to be a good mom to my kids, or at least try to be, and I can't wait to, start doing that again. But in order for that, I had to go get the help I needed. I was struggling mentally, physically, all of it. You know what I mean? I couldn't be the mother that they needed until I did that. And you cannot be the girlfriend that Emily needs or anybody else needs till you take care of a few things with yourself. You really, really need to be single for a long time. And you just won't do that because you're so used to having a person. But you know what? Make yourself your person. Have enough self-respect to take time to be with yourself.
Who said that if I lost weight, I'd look like a melted candle, because she also said that about another girl who lost a bunch of weight, and that's how I knew it was her. And she lied and lied and lied. She was like, that's not my Reddit, that's not my Reddit, that's actually my friend, it's actually my friends. And then she finally admitted it to me, and she said it was hers. I'm dreading reacting to the screenshots. That's why I'm like prolonging this as much as possible, because I just don't even want to know. Explain the proof you lied about E letting R out. I did not lie about E letting R out. SF deleted stuff.
No, what happened was the door was left open after Emily left for 2 full hours or more. You finally felt the cold breeze and you shut the door. But instead of going around the house and searching for Rarity, who you admitted that Rarity gets out, likes to go run, and instead of looking for her, you walked around the house, or you went to bed, I mean, and you didn't walk around the house and look for the cat. Now, if you felt the cold breeze, you know damn well the cats felt the cold breeze. And what is that trigger to a cat that likes to run? Hey, I feel that the door's open. I'm going to go. Bye. See you later. And then you just shut it and are like, oh, well, I'm stressed and having anxiety. I'm going to go to bed. What about Rarity? That's fucked up.
Critical of her. Oh, I know Snowflake did. Oh, I know he deleted stuff critical of her.
Yeah.
I'm literally not stupid.
Hi, Weena.
I know this. I know this because of Emily.
Is it Weena? I'm sorry.
I personally don't. I don't watch the channel. I don't go on the forum, go on the Reddits, but she does. So when are you gonna react to what the feeder said? Only I can call her that. We are not together. You think I'd be doing this if we were together? No. Okay, first thing that popped up was, hi Emily, hope all is well. I'm about to kiss your so I can make some money and get some clout. What made you want to come out now?
Reaction channels can exist as well, AMBERLYNN. Just like you can take your ass and go on the fucking internet on your channel. Well, now you can, but when you were monetized, you could make money doing your vlogs. If people want to have their opinion and watch your shit and it's fair use, what the fuck does that matter to you? Why do you always say that shit about like, oh, it's they're making clout off me. They wouldn't be shit if I wasn't here. Zachary Michael is doing great. You know, there's plenty of creators out there in Girl World that don't need your ass. You know what I mean? But you seem to take, you're such a narcissist, and that's why you do that, because you think everything is about you. You're the center of the universe. It's just disturbing. You're just like Gypsy Rose, only you didn't kill your mother.
Now and discuss your time with Amber. Okay. So funny situation about this is Emily and I literally just got into an argument, and that's it. That's it. That's always what happened. Anytime you guys saw her talk about me online, it's literally only because we got into an argument. If that's
Yeah, isn't that great? Your girlfriend literally betrays you every time you have a small argument. I honestly think that AMBERLYNN, she like her last girlfriend Colleen was also a long distance relationship for Emily, and so are you. So I honestly think that you guys are just some fetish desire to her that she plays along with, like you're in a relationship. Honestly, I don't know though. I could be wrong. But you said that you just stayed in her bed the whole time you were there, and that she basically wanted it like that. I don't know. It's just weird.
It's not like some type of like, I say it because it's like lack of a better word. If that's not whatever that is, what is it? Tell me.
Yeah.
Emily's response. Honestly, I was content staying silent for a long time, but you
Honestly, I was content staying silent for a long time. Oh, she is reading.
You weren't silent. What? I was silent. That was me.
Oh my God.
That was me. But I'm tired of watching her dodge any real accountability. You are literally the queen of dodging accountability. For you to say sorry, random fact, Emily does not know that word. She creates her own reality and expects everyone to play along. Are we describing you right now? The sad part is most people do because they're either scared of her and don't want to deal with the drama. But I hit a point where I just couldn't sit back and watch her keep providing the truth. You are not afraid.
Now, mind you, also remember that Emily is a psych ward nurse, apparently. So she knows how to handle people like AMBERLYNN and how to trigger people like AMBERLYNN. And I think she did that a lot, like taking video when they're arguing and shit like that so that she can use it against Amber later on, or going to these reaction channels she knows is going to just fucking eat Amber up, you know? And it's kind of sick and twisted, actually.
Afraid of me. How many times have I said that I'm afraid of you? You're not afraid of me because you've gone public behind my Amberlynn, calm down. I'm about to have a BPD meltdown here on live. Behind my back, you've said awful things about me. You've done it publicly knowing that I would see it. If you were afraid of me, you would have never done those things. Not only that, if you were afraid of me, you would have never verbally, I've said that word so many times, this is not gonna be monetized. Like, you wouldn't have verbally me repeatedly to my face, in text, in messenger, in this. You're not afraid of me. There's nothing to be afraid of. That's just easy for you to say. Look like the victim. Yes, you could be afraid of a BPD meltdown because those can be kind of hectic. Not gonna lie about it. Snowflake replied, well, I'm glad you decided to speak up so I get the money from it. So I guess we start at the beginning. I'm guessing everything was fine at the start of the relationship, or was there any little red flags? Well, there was red flags for me, but you know what? I was so blinded by love bombing that I just like, red flags? What? They're in heart shapes though. And I also see red flags in the shade of pink. Oh, let's see. Oh, we have
what does that even mean?
Said, at first, everything was great. I really thought I had found someone who was kind, laid back, and just fun to be around. She was able to carry on a conversation. And it's hard to find these days. Looking back now, I obviously was looking at everything through rose-colored glasses. Wow, that sounds very Amberlynn coded, because that's how I feel about you. She really made it seem like she was a grounded, supportive person. I told her upfront I was grieving Colleen and still will be. Yes. She said she understood and respected that. Yes. She said it wouldn't be an issue at all. That is true. That was super important to me for her to be accepting of it. And for a little while, it felt good. We actually had fun together. We laughed, we joked around, and it was chill. I genuinely enjoyed spending time with her before she started showing me who she really was. I guess it was a typical scenario of love bombing. I stayed the same throughout our whole relationship. The fact that you can sit there and say that the roller coaster of our relationship that we were in was due to my love bombing and not your unwavering love. That is something that you told me, that I had unwavering love. But you, every day, I did not know what Emily I was going to wake up to. Was it the one that loved me? Was it the one that hated me? Was it the one that just wanted my belly? I kissed your ass because I was scared of you. Finally, when my BPD meltdowns would snap, that's when my fear was gone, because I was so heightened and so scared. My fight or flight was fight. The fact that you're turning this around and rewriting this whole thing to make you seem like a victim because my ex Beck might have been, you know exactly what you're doing. Emily is that type of person who would wake up. You wake up in the greatest mood. I'm talking about me. I wake up in the greatest mood. I'm in Wisconsin. She wakes up raging at nothing. And that's what I had to deal with. And you're rewriting history to the very creator.
I actually live very close to where Emily lives, apparently. I'm not really sure if I'm right about where she lives, and I don't want to speculate that, but yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. Shoot. Okay. Let's keep going.
Who called you a murderer. After everything I've been through, it was just nice to feel wanted and not be so alone anymore. I did want you, and you weren't alone with me. That's one thing about having BP, is I might be up your ass a little too much. Thankfully with Zoloft, I gave you a lot of space. No matter what you put me through, you were never alone. You hurt me, and I was the one apologizing for getting blood on your floor. That was a metaphor. I don't want people to take that serious. I hate Snowflake more than anything in this world. And I really hope that he gets some sort of like karma in his life, like genuinely, because it's not fair. Was it still nice when she came to stay with you? How long was she meant to stay? I'll answer that question. It was nice in the beginning. Every day was a roller coaster. I had no idea what Emily was going to wake up. It reminded me of my dad, low key. That's how it was when I was a child. How long was she meant to stay for? A few weeks. She didn't want me to leave. I didn't want to leave. That's how it is with lesbian relationships. U-Haul lesbians, we didn't make up that term. It's a term for a reason. But I do want to say one thing. I did not want to move to Wisconsin. I want to make that very clear. I just wanted to stay longer. She just wanted me to stay longer.
Hey, I hear you. Who wants to live here? It's fucking cold and so much snow all the time. And yeah, I understand that. I mean, that's I love it and I hate it at the same time, you know? Hi, baby Tates.
Hi, Pumpkin. Are you live?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Anybody in
No
there?
one's really here right now.
I did not want to move there. Did not.
Makes
Her
me
reply.
sad.
There
Like,
were little red flags.
no
early
one
on.
loves.
Like Amber would get upset if I didn't FaceTime her for hours every single day, or if I was busy at work and she
only
didn't have,
30
or
minutes.
didn't
I'm
have time
just
to message
kidding.
her. FaceTime her for hours every single day. That's true, and I think it's because that is the way that she said. So her and Colleen would be on FaceTime for hours and hours a day. That is how mine and Emily's relationship started, and it was because she wanted that. We were on FaceTime for hours and hours a day. That is what I got used to. And timing BP, I have also very bad anxious attachment. Thankfully, I just want to say I'm very much far gone from that area. I don't have that like anxious attachment feeling anymore. I will admit that that's definitely how it was, because that's, you know, the pattern that we created together. And when I noticed, you know, sometimes she didn't want to do that, my brain, because it's not wired the same as everyone else's, my brain would tell me she hates me. What did I do wrong? During my first visit to Oklahoma, things actually seemed to go really well. But it was a short trip. We were still in that honeymoon phase. I genuinely hate that, like that saying. Why can't we just say that we were happy together? But it just goes to show that Emily was the love bomber, because we were in that honeymoon phase. I fucking hate that saying, bro. It was during my second visit when I started to feel off. That's new to me. I didn't even know that. She would get irritated if I checked my phone or responded to my messages that weren't about her or focused on her. I'm sorry, but I do not remember that. I'm not going to sit here and say that she's lying because that sounds very much something like Amberlynn at 24 would feel. So did Amberlynn do that then? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I do not remember that. That visit also happened right
JoJo's here, I think.
who I was, and she was and the doxing stuff. Ooh,
yeah, I know. I'm so excited.
I'm excited,
I love
actually,
her.
because
yes, I believe in God.
Who I was.
Jesus.
The doxing stuff that happens.
Thank you, Landon.
So I kind of brushed it off at the time, thinking it was just
and a couple kick.
But everything was going to change when Amber came to visit me. Yeah, because I saw true colors. Those red flags and those lightly pink red flags that were heart shaped. They started to become brown and every other color that I don't like.
No, Amberlynn, that's so weird.
And they were no longer heart shaped. They were like circles and squares.
That's the weirdest analogy I've ever heard in my life.
And I remember we were sitting in your garage, you know, while you're in your little recliner chair and you're smoking cigarettes, and I'm sitting next to you, and you said, "You know what? Something I really like about you, you're always positive." That changed, didn't it? Why? Why did that happen right after she posted who I was? I did not want to show anyone who Emily was. I actually have text message proof of this. We had talked about it. I knew the hate was going to happen. I explained the hate. I don't want the haters to find you.
I'm sorry. I
don't want to post you. I was guilt tripped so bad. She would say things like, "I don't want to be kid. I don't understand." Like, Alexis actually told you guys this. Alexis lied about some stuff, but there was some stuff she was truthful on. I've always said that. But I was guilt tripped into revealing who she was. She would say things, I want people to know that you're taken. I don't want to be hidden. I don't want to be a secret. I was terrified. I was like, I don't want to lose Emily. Like, I feel like I'm being forced into this, but I also don't want the internet to ruin it for me as well, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. All of the doxing, she took it out on me. It was horrendous. I ended up getting cellulitis. I had 103 temperature. It was almost 104. My temperature was so high, I couldn't even think.
Her putting stuff on the internet and making it public information is not doxing her, Amberlynn. If we were putting out her address and shit like that, then yeah. But if she's on websites or doing certain things on the internet, that's public information. Just like Studio Deets and all of them, when they were in that Discord with Rachel and shit, thought that shit was going to be private. You're on the internet, homie. You know? Like, hello.
Straight. She repeatedly was calling me, call lawyers, fix this for me, fix this for me. She didn't care that I was sick. I had 103 temperature. When you have BPD, like, you have that favorite person, they can do no wrong. I'd do anything to keep her. So I'm like calling lawyers, Googling lawyers, while literally vomiting. Like, genuinely, my brain was being fried, and all she cared about was me calling lawyers. I should have known then that she was a selfish person. I genuinely hate that this is even happening, because it's like, I still love her. Okay. Her other message was she was originally only supposed to stay for a week or two tops. That's not true. It definitely wasn't going to be 3 months. No, we were planning on probably around 2 weeks, because that's when I'd be off work and be able to take her home. But by day 2 of her being at my house, things already started to shift. It was weird how high strung she was that early on. Emily, if that is the case, why did you want me to stay longer? Why did you want me to move in? Why did you call me? Why did you literally say that was my home too? Why, when I came home because I chose to come home, you would message me saying, I immediately want you to come back home? If I was so high strung and I acted off on day 2, why did you allow me to stay for 3 months? She really didn't like that I had a life outside of her. Not true. I mean,
you know what I want to ask you is, recently I was reading through some things that you posted a long time ago. I can't remember how long, but you stated in one of them that you were clinically diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which can often be confused with BPD. So were you diagnosed with bipolar disorder, or is that a lie as well? Because then you also said you were diagnosed with OCD and obesity. I love that one. That's so funny. Trust me, we're going to be going over it all of it.
I work 12-hour shifts. I have a family, friends, pets, a house to take care of. Those are true things, but I didn't care, because she only worked like twice a week. So what? But anything that wasn't about her felt like an inconvenience to her, and she made that very clear. That is so not true. It is absolutely insane. So when it comes to friends, she doesn't have friends. She had like a couple coworkers and stuff that she like kind of considered friends. I would always be like, why don't we go?
Also, we'll check out what happened on Bus, because I don't know if all of you saw it, and I don't know if anybody's even watching this. I hope so. I'm really trying my best to get into Girl World, you guys. Accept me. I'm okay. I'm a good person. Okay.
Out with them. I don't understand like why she didn't want to introduce me to her friends. I thought that was so weird. I didn't meet her family in person until like I genuinely had to. And I'm not going to say like that's personal. It's like medical stuff. I'm not going to like get into it. Like I genuinely was. Oh, here she goes. She messaged me. Are you really talking about my family? Oh, didn't say anything personal. I just said I wanted to meet them. Can you calm down, Emily? Like,
right.
For real. Like
that is a little.
You literally said in the message, I have family and friends and pets. Like, I'm just responding to what you said. I would purposely try to find ways to like leave the house. Like, I was like, can we do like a 5 Below challenge? I paid to do like this 5 Below challenge with her and a family member. Not gonna go into detail. I'd get home from a 12-hour shift, completely exhausted from a stressful job, and she'd get upset if I wanted to go straight to bed. You have never in your life gotten off of work and went straight to bed. She'd say things like, oh, you're not going to hang out with me, or ask me to take her to the casino or go shopping.
Literally only known her for a short time, but you know what she's done in her whole life. Okay.
We went to Five Below one time. We went to the casino a couple times. And guess who paid? Me. Guess who else who loves the casino and the bingo and the scratchers and the this and the that? Emily. We got along in that way. Did we go to the casino after you went to work? Maybe once. But it was usually on a day that you took off by your doing. So don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Please don't fuck with me. If I said no, she'd get upset. You've never said no. And compared to her working on vlogs all day, that never happened because I didn't vlog at your house. I maybe did a few videos. So that's not true, Emily. Saying she still had the energy to do things, so I should too. Okay, none of that ever happened. Amber expected me to constantly be available. I will say, I was a little like that. I can take accountability there. If I didn't text or call during my breaks, or if I wasn't giving her attention constantly, she'd get upset or start a fight. That's due to my trauma. She would always accuse me of not loving her, and and how terrible of a girlfriend I was. I never said you were a terrible girlfriend. You became terrible. You became terrible. She wanted me to call out of work anytime she was having a crisis, or just felt like she wanted me to stay at home.
My baby.
Lie. Oh my God. She was always in a bad mood because of this. I don't know what that means. If I did anything that didn't involve her directly, she would start an argument. Not true. I was exhausted trying to juggle everything in my life on top of her constantly being mad at me. You weren't really juggling anything because you didn't really do much of anything. We'd get into arguments and she just wouldn't let anything go. That is literally you to a T. I've never been more gaslit and manipulated in my life. I have never felt the way that you made me feel in my life. The fact that you made me feel the way.
Well, I guess this is a taste of your own medicine on how you made how you made Beck feel, mostly, I should say. You treated Beck horribly. And I can't wait till we get paid because I'm going to send. I don't know what to do. Like, I got to ask Roxy where you send her some money. I don't know where to send it. Because I would absolutely love to throw her. I mean, I might not only have like $20, but it's helpful, you know.
Way that my dad made my mom feel is sick. Okay, she would gaslight, deflect, just typical narcissistic behavior. We both know I'm not a narcissist. Have I thought that in the past? Yes. Have I taken plenty narcissist tests? Yes. Have I talked to therapists? Yes, because genuinely that terrifies me. But you know that thank you. Narcissist behavior, and it scares me. You scare me. It got to the point where I started going into the other room just to sleep because.
Mind you, this is just a few arguments that Emily has gone off the fucking rails and gone to a reaction channel, and Amber and Lynn responding to what Emily said, and this is the start of their relationship, and now they're in a healing era. After so much fucking betrayal and hatred between you two, I just don't understand. I mean, in a way, I mean, it's like watching two very abusive people in a relationship, abusing one another at the same time. This is just baffling.
Stop arguing with me when I was trying to rest before a shift. That happened one time, and it's when everything hit the fan, and I followed you in there with my BPD meltdown, my tantrum. Oh my God, yeah, I did. And I'm able to admit that. My pain turned me into a monster because of what you did. Yeah, I am able to admit that. And you're not taking accountability for anything, and that's terrifying to me. She came to the room and stood over the bed. She told me that if I wasn't going to continue the conversation, which was basically her going on and on how I didn't love her, and then said, fine, if I can't have peace from being able to have this conversation, then you aren't going to either. She would then stand next to the bed. I was sleeping in and intentionally keep me up all night. I feel like this happened every time she was going to work, that she was intentionally keeping me up because she didn't like that I wasn't home to work. That's the bullshit lie. I liked when you went to work.
I love these ones.
Not gonna lie, it was peace from you. I liked having those 2 days a week where I didn't have to be like, oh my God, is she going to be raging at me? Is there going to be a fat joke? I liked that piece, Emily. That one time that I stand next to the bed crying for you to hear me, to love me. I felt so unheard. I felt so unloved. Like you constantly were deceitful. Did I do that? I did. I stood there bawling my eyes out, waiting for a hug, reassurance.
Like she thinks telling us that she was bawling her eyes out is like, oh my God, you guys, drop everything and love me. I was bawling. Like, no one cares. They're usually fake tears anyway.
Love. Snowflake said, it sounds like she didn't want you to work and just spend all day at home with her. I'm guessing she used BPD as an excuse for her shitty behavior. I'm guessing so. What's your excuse, Snowflake? Emily replied, she 100% used her BPD as an excuse. I did, I do. It's also a reason. That's what's frustrating me the most.
It's not. You need to go get help for it. That's not an excuse to abuse people or treat people badly. It's your obligation, if you think that you have it, to go fully get diagnosed and then get the help that you need for it.
Her tantrums. She wouldn't take any accountability and say it's because she has BP. And she'd be like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel, which is true. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. When she would literally scream at me about something, like taking 4 minutes longer than I would have when I went outside to smoke. Not true. I told her she can't use that as an excuse. If she refuses to do anything to help herself get better, she made a lot of false promises of getting into therapy. So did you. You need therapy bad, girl. You need therapy bad, like on a different type of level. She told me in so many different occasions that she was signed up and she never went. That's not true. Oh, Snowflake said, so what would you do all day when you were at work? I'm going to take a guess and say nothing. Lay in bed all day watching reaction channels. So no, I wasn't watching reaction channels, but yeah, all I did was stay in her bed. That is all I did. I feel like some of this is like out of order because this doesn't make sense. But the response was, yep, that was one of her manipulative tactics and staying longer when it was getting to the point where I was asking her to leave. I have journal entries and I'm pretty sure I have messages literally telling you that I needed to leave. I was miserable. I would call my mom constantly, bawling my eyes out, Emily, because of you. And my mom was like, honey, I will come get you. You deserve better. You don't deserve this. She thought she would get a therapist here. I'd let her stay so she could do the therapy. She did a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. I didn't do shit there. I was miserable. She sit around and watch YouTube videos, including reaction channels all day. No, I did her laundry. She did do my laundry because I literally could not do the laundry. She had one of those laundries where you had to bend down. I could not, like, there's the ones that are out like this, and then the ones that are like this. Hers was like this, and I couldn't like go down to get it. I'm A, too short and too fat. My stomach was literally in the way. I could not reach down and get my laundry. So yeah, she did do my laundry, and she did it twice when I was there. I cleaned up after her and took care of the pets. She won't ever let Twinkie or the dog out during the day when she was home. That's a fucking lie. So I'll come home from work. I have to clean up Twinkie's pee off the brand new floor that I put in, and her dog's pee. But that's not true. That was from when we were fucking sleeping. He said, "Ugh, disgusting." Only time I remember her talking about.
I believe
her
that
responsibilities
because you have pee-pee pads in the house for Twinkie. I know she's an older dog, but you don't take her for walks. You can tell by her nails. If you go look at my dog's nails, my beagle, his are so short from walking outside all the time because we take him for walks every time he goes potty. You know?
pets was when she did the video explaining how Rarity got out. I'm sure she talked about that stuff, but then I just can't remember actually before I asked about Rarity, how did the tantrums get? What was the worst? If you're okay talking about it. If not, I'll show my post, show my face. You know what's funny? When me and Emily were messaging last night, Snowflake literally was asking questions about my hygiene. Emily told me. Snowflake was literally asking questions about my hygiene. That's where his head
Yeah, and guess what? Emily exposed your hygiene to Rachel in confidence that Rachel wouldn't say anything. And when all that blew up, Rachel released it. She wasn't supposed to. Emily didn't want her to. So that's why I fully believe what Emily and Beck said about what you do hygiene-wise, and it's gross. And you say that your mom doesn't wash your hair. Well, then you're using a lot of dry shampoo, because one thing I know for sure is it's very difficult. I'm not shaming you for this. It's very difficult for a woman your size to bathe yourself. It's proven. We, just like I said, watching 600-Pound Life, and they do that weird shower scene in the beginning. Why, I don't know, but you can see how they struggle. So we know you struggle in the shower. You know what I mean? You don't have to be ashamed of it or anything like that, at all. But the whole wiping on the corner of the sink, I mean, get a bidet is all I'm saying.
So this isn't for justice for Emily. This is for clout and for money and for making AMBERLYNN look as worse as she can look. Like, if AMBERLYNN can look bad, he's gonna do it. The tantrum slowly escalated each time. I started with her just shouting at me to escalating to her slander.
You know what? Actually, just like me, Mr. Snowflake started off in hopes that he could, see you succeed. But then, just like me, we realized that we were being gaslit, and we were liking somebody that was totally abusive and was doing so much wrong that we just couldn't bring ourselves to keep on, rooting for you. Because if you go back in my channel and my very first AMBERLYNN videos, I was like, oh, I would love to be like a big sister to you, AMBERLYNN, and try to be there for you and try to like be someone that you could watch and maybe take advice from, because I'm a little bit older than you. But no, I started learning who you really were. And it was at that point that I was like, no, I can't,
Doors and punching walls. That never happened. I think I slammed the door one time because I was so fed up. Like, the betrayal, the gaslighting, the stonewalling, the cruelty, the fat jokes. Anytime I tried leaving the room, she would block doorways. She was also really jealous. Anytime I talked about Colleen, I made it very clear that I'm very understanding of the whole Colleen situation. But when you would compare me to Colleen in fights, you began to turn that into a weapon. Colleen was no longer your late fiance, but a weapon to hurt your current girlfriend. That's not cool, dude. I wasn't allowed to share memories.
Jordy, when he makes fun of it, weapon.
Or say anything about it really anymore. She would end up getting really pissed. I wonder why. Because she became a weapon just to hurt me. But the worst tantrum was actually the night that Rarity went missing. And why was I reacting that way? For the audience watching, let me remind you. Emily and I were sitting in her car, and she had lied to me for weeks about this woman she was speaking to. She said it was a coworker. Turned out it was a hater that she was friends with, where she would talk shit about me. She would stare at me right in my fucking eyes. The woman that she loves, and say, I'm not lying to you. She was on Tumblr looking at naked women bigger than me right after having sex with me. And the picture that is so engraved in my brain was this woman on an oxygen tank in a hospital bed. And then in that same moment.
And that's where you're going to end up if you keep on being with Emily. So, I mean, that's the future that you are looking forward to there, girl.
I find her on Phoebe, which is where the feeders go to do their thing. I click the messages. The day that we met in person, she messaged a girl saying how sexy she was. She messaged another masked lesbian feeder saying, wow, we're rare. Masked lesbian feeders. That's the day I found out the truth about everything. Well, not slightly everything, but most of it. And then you get mad and play victim because of my reaction. She saw me scrolling through my phone. And there was this woman on my Instagram feed. She flipped out and said I was micro cheating. She fucking lied. She saw this woman on my Instagram feed. She won't even admit to the Tumblr. When I tell you my jaw is on the floor, can someone pick it up for me? I'm too fat. Whew. That was the first time she got physical with me. She threw things at me. What did I throw at you? What did I throw at you? Actually, I didn't throw a thing at you, Emily. Oh, she replied. The water bottle that was on my dresser. Oh, I threw a water bottle on your dresser. Okay, let me go back to the text message from last night where you said that I did not throw it at you. You know when you picked up a water bottle to throw at me, all I did was pick it up. I didn't throw it at you. And then you said, so when you picked it up and raised it like you were gonna throw it, what was that? That is what you said right in there. So did I throw it or not? But how are you gonna sit here and lie? I'm like so actually shook right now. She then grabbed my arm and dug her nails into my arm to the point of drawing blood. I have a picture.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? You did that to Casey as well. He said that in a live stream that he did, talking about all the shit with you. So it's kind of coincidental that you also did it to Emily. So
that she later deleted months later. All right, let me dumb this down for dummies. We're fighting, like not physically, sorry. The BPD tantrums coming out of me. Her room, it's cluttered. I end up tripping over the fucking rug. My body goes on to her. She falls. I grab her arm while she's in her car. She takes a picture of her arm and she sends it to me. It shows nothing. 2 days later, we're now arguing about the argument that we had 2 days prior. Why are we arguing about that? Because AMBERLYNN's hurting. She ends up leaving the house again. That's what she does. She ends up sending me a picture of her arm with these nail marks that are like so like deep. I'm like, well, I'm literally on the phone with my mom, bawling, and I'm sending my mom these screenshots. And I'm like, Mom, I think Emily just faked nail marks. Emily literally faked nail marks in a different shirt on a different day, took the picture as if it was the same day. And Emily then later deleted both of the things, but she didn't know that I took screenshots of it. She is trying to get a situation to look like something that it wasn't. Stop exaggerating. Say it like it is. AMBERLYNN having crazy tantrums. Say it like it fucking is. He responded to her, Jesus. Wow. Snowflake, you're so pathetic. You're so empathetic. She replied with, at that point, I was livid. I told her to go back to Oklahoma, and then I was absolutely done. I decided on my own that I was going to leave. I know she likes to say that she decided it. It was not her decision. It was mine. Then she grabbed a picture of me and Colleen and held it up to break it. She knew that is something that would hurt me more than anything she could do physically to me, like the lowest she could go. She let her apologize and then tried begging for me back, saying that it was her BPD. At first, she denied that she did any of those things, which that sucked too. I've never denied a single thing that I've actually done. And I'm like, am I just imagining the gouges out of my arm? I just saw a photo that makes me want to cry. Like, why does this have to happen? Why couldn't it just been a good relationship? She apologized profusely when she knew she couldn't gaslight me into leaving. It didn't happen because it didn't.
It couldn't be a good relationship because you didn't go get help for the shit you need to get help for, and it became toxic. That's why.
Oh my God. See, this is what I mean about being gaslit. You start to think, did it really happen? If it wasn't for me saving that fucking screenshot that she later deleted, I would be sitting here thinking, did that really happen? I'm just like, literally, like, it makes me sad for her. My favorite thing is sit on and spin. I figured it out. Oh my God, suck my ass.
Oh my God, I forgot about her dance.
So this is original blood, okay? And remember, there's gouges and blood, okay?
Gouges?
This is her arm. This is her arm.
What are gouges?
Keep in mind, she's wearing a maroon shirt. And then look at what she sends me a couple days later because she forgot that she took that photo and sent it to me. In this photo, you're going to see these weird marks that she created herself. Oh, Emily has marks all over her body. I don't want to go into medical from something medical. I'm not getting into it. She is wearing a completely different shirt, completely different day. Why is it blurry? She faked nail marks days later. Didn't you guys hear what she said in Snowflake's thing that she was bleeding? Oh my God. I hate that I'm doing this because I still love her, but it's like I'm tired of the lies. And right here it says, am I just imagining the gouges? Am I just imagining that? Am I just imagining that? Am I just imagining that? Yes, you are imagining that. Are you imagining gouges out of your arm? The blood? Yes, you are. When was I muted? Did you guys hear me say that was from November 17th? Sorry, Gabrielle, I don't know how to pronounce it. And then Snowflake goes, oh God, then you went to work. Oh, he's so sympathetic. Such a sympathetic man. Oh, stupid. We might have to do like a part two.
Shut up, dude. You're such
I spent hours upon hours driving around looking for her, walking through fields and in between houses around my house and through the snow. AMBERLYNN would go on the drives with me, but obviously didn't do the walking around part. When it was snowing, no, I didn't. I can't walk in snow. I wear flats. I have lymphedema, but when it wasn't snowing, I was looking just as much as you. One time, me and Emily got in such like a bad fight, and it was over something that she said to me. Obviously, like I'm a sensitive person, duh. So I'm gonna feel some type of way. So we were in an argument, and she literally would use looking for Rarity as like a control thing, as like power. In the same way that she would use Colleen as a weapon, she started to use Rarity as one. I love Rarity. She was a sweet cat. And she would always sleep on my chest. I did everything I could to try to find her. I can't say 100% that she purposely let her cat out, but give the circumstances, the situation doesn't look good. You left the fucking door open. When you left that night, you betrayed me, and you cannot handle the reaction that I had due to the pain that you caused me, and I took the blame. That is a conversation we had ad nauseum. So many times we talked about it, Emily, and you know that I took the blame for you over and over and over. I lied about everything for you, about you being a cheater, and I lied about us not being in a relationship to protect you constantly because I wanted people to like you. But you know what's funny? You wanted people to hate me. Do you have a humiliation kink? Is that what it is? You wanted to see me humiliated? You got your way. Are you turned on? Is this like your version of like phone sex, sexy time? Well, I'm not having fun with it. I'll tell you that. If it was a ploy to get her to be able to stay in Wisconsin longer, then I guess it definitely worked. Off. The most horrific things that you can say to a person, she said to me, and I stayed with her, and I still loved her. Sadly, I still do. When is my pain gonna stop? Because in the good times, oh, Snowflake says, I don't know if you're like Amber and keep messages, but do you have any messages from Amber about Rarity going missing? Because I need the clout. I need the money. Because I quit my job to do this. And I'm divorced. Yeah, I do. I have a message of her initial reporting, which is missing, which is timestamp. It shows that her story that she posted on her blogs about her being missing at 5 a.m. was not correct. So our huge argument happened in the morning, 5 a.m., 4 a.m. Emily has a massive house. Her cat Daniel, Princess, Wasabi, Rarity, they all like to be in the basement.
You guys, real quick, because I just found this. I know I got taking a break from AMBERLYNN because I want to show you something. just real quick. Hi, Madison, boss. Wait, Basile? Is that how you say it? I wanted to just, I know it's not AMBERLYNN related, but I just found this, and look how cute my son is with his girlfriend. Aren't they adorable? Oh, so cute. So damn cute. I love him. Anyway, sorry. We'll continue now, I'm saying. Thank you, Courtney. I love watch. Oh, thank you, Madison. I appreciate that so much. I'm bored and I wanted to spend time with you guys tonight because I don't have anybody else. So I'm a lonely bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Where
It's sad.
they had free roam of the whole place,
Oh.
and also her cat wig. So
Now
the
that I
normal
say
pattern
it
of the
like
day
that.
is a lot of the time, like you didn't see a cat. You didn't see a cat because they were all hanging out doing their damn thing in the basement. And I noticed that normally the time when I would see her, I didn't see her. I've seen most of the cats today, but I haven't seen Rarity. So I went
Yeah, because you went to
I didn't see her.
bed.
I'm going to floor number 1, floor number 2, floor number 3, floor number 4. Why isn't she coming out? That is when I messaged.
You again, the door was open for 2 fucking hours, and AMBERLYNN decided to go to bed instead of looking for Rarity. You're a great pet parent, AMBERLYNN. You know, you sit there and you fight with us and you argue with us over this situation, and you literally neglected your baby cat and let her out because leaving the door open like that is concerning. Like, who does that knowing that they have animals? I understand you guys were arguing, but Emily played a part in it as well by leaving the door open because she was so angry, whatever. You feeling the breeze, finding out the door was open for 2 whole hours or more, and then saying to yourself, well, you know, I'm had anxiety, I'm sad, I'm going to go to bed. Fuck the cat, right? Were you just too lazy? What was it?
Emily, because the pattern was then broke. The fact that like Emily is like turning this into, I don't know if she like let her out on purpose when you know you let her out because you left the door open is sick. Sick. Where's next messages? Snowflake says, well, that doesn't look good. In his head, he's like, that looks great. That looks amazing. He's probably thinking in his head, I'm gonna get that money. And then he said, she made a couple videos crying about Rarity. Were you off screen watching this and what did you think? Because her acting is, I've always thought, I didn't buy she was genuinely sad. I was home for a few of them that she filmed. It was always after a fight between her and I think she wanted to take advantage of the tears and the crying and put it on camera. You're insane. And in this moment, I wish more than anything I could talk to your ex, Megan. Megan, if you were watching this or if someone knows Megan, have her talk to me. I would do anything to talk to you. Because at this point, I don't know. I would do anything just to speak to you personally. I will never share anything, but I need someone who understands because this is crazy. I even asked her why you would film right now if you're this upset. You are so unhinged that you have actually made me unhinged. There's a word for that. Someone actually recently told me about it. They messaged me on Instagram. I was like, what is that? It's where someone gets turned on by someone's pain. Is that what this is? The random
yeah,
video
she is
recording that she would do with me,
unbelievable.
she also did it to Megan while Megan was naked. And I've seen it with my own eyeballs. Emily would push and push and push Megan until Megan would react the same way I did. When I first saw this,
Exactly my point when I said to you that there was obviously something going on that pushed Megan to that point where she pulled out a weapon. That's insane.
this video, I was like looking and I'm like, damn, this Megan girl, like, what the hell? What's her problem? And then I saw myself in Megan, whatever holds on my point. That's crazy. I get it. And of course, Snowflake has to go, oh yeah, she's smashing YouTube. I am smashing YouTube. Thank you. Emily wanted me to smash her. Literally. She would say how much she missed her every once in a while, but she definitely handled it better than I would have ever if I lost my head. Do you guys want to hear a story? The first time it snowed in Wisconsin. Normally you think it'd be so cute and so sweet. We'd be out there like throwing snowball fights at each other. It'd be so cute. We'd come inside. She'd probably want me to eat like cheeseburgers and like a bunch of chicken nuggets and stuff from McDonald's. It would just be so cute and so sweet. But no, do you want to know what happened? I had a full-fledged panic attack because all I could do was think about Rarity. You want to know what her response was? Nothing. I turned over in bed and I started crying. After my panic attack, I was like, genuinely, she hates me. I rolled over and guess what happened? Full-fledged fight. Because you know what she said to me? Are you crying again? That's what I dealt with. That's how I spent my first snow day in Wisconsin. I wanted to keep it civil while she was here while we were looking for the cat. And by the way, Snowflake, sorry, I have a thought of hygiene. You asked Emily about my hygiene. She ate my steamed shea good, and she loved every second of it. So ask her again about my hygiene. Ask her again.
AMBERLYNN, stop. I forgot you said that shit. Ugh.
Ask her again. We are going off though. She's actually trying to minimize her tantrums. I never minimize my tantrums. Never. Snowflake says, how did you get her to leave eventually? Because she told us she left because she was a grown up and had an apartment or some nonsense. Yeah, that was because I didn't want to say the truth. People were saying that. Zachary Michael, hi. Zachary Michael would constantly say how miserable I look in Wisconsin. He does work at the AMBERLYNN Reed factory, so he does know me pretty well. And he saw that. Also, again, well, it's in my head and I'm awake. I bet driving her home wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Actually, it was great. It was great. We argued in the beginning. because she's insane. She couldn't keep her normal behavior for too long before true self came out again. That's you. I drove 19 hours straight though and flew home the next day. It took that long because of all the stops she had to take. I'm like, that's part of your kink. The stops we had to take was due to my size. And you loved my size. You loved my legs. You loved my legs. You have lied and lied and lied. You have fat shamed me. You have made me feel guilty for wanting to lose weight. You have cheated on me. You have used your late fiance as a weapon. When we broke up, before she decided to do this little weird thing with Snowflake, it was because I said, leave me the fuck alone. I expressed to her how I felt about something and she gaslighted me. She did a lot of threatening anytime she felt like she didn't have control of the situation. I'm so worried she's going to totally lose it when she finds out I talk to you. Because you know me. You know when you do things that hurt me, I lose it. You worked in the mental health field, Emily. You worked with BPD patients. You would constantly tell me, like, AMBERLYNN, you are straight up BPD. You would tell me that constantly. You knew what triggered me. You never did a single thing to help calm me, ever. You would purposely do things to trigger me. It reminded me of that video of Megan, and that's heartbreaking.
I told y'all that was going to be unhinged, LOL. So I'm guessing there will be a part 2, either in tonight's live or coming soon, because there's a whole section she skipped over where Emily shared their personal text exchange. So we'll see you in the next one. And for now, I'll leave you with Amber's latest IG story.
So now for this one, it had to be this one before.
I don't even know where to begin or start.
With Amber. Honestly, I was.
I don't want to watch this one.
So by now we've all seen Amber's desperate attempt at damage control ahead of Emily's interview with Snowflake. Well, Emily seems to have gotten wind of what Amber said, and she responded on her Instagram. AMBERLYNN's latest accusations and her attempt at damage control are genuinely unhinged. And for those of you who supporting her and believing her, congratulations. You were just manipulated by AMBERLYNN Reid. Join the club. If she had nothing to hide, why is she already rushing to clarify specific things I haven't even spoken about yet? How does she already know what situations I'm talking about with Snowflake? If there wasn't anything she should be held accountable for, she knows exactly what I'm going to say because she knows exactly what really happened. I'll be the first to admit I've said some awful things during our relationship. I'm not here to paint myself as perfect, but I do hold pride in the fact that I'm not going to say anything that's not true. The fact that she's spinning the narrative before I've even spoken should tell you everything you need to know. Well, Emily has spoken. The video went up earlier today, and shortly after, Amber went live to react to it. And prepare yourself, she's absolutely unhinged.
I personally do not and will not be watching per se, like listening with my ears. Snowflake's video, he triggers me. He gives me anxiety.
Oh yeah, let's check that out.
He is an apologist.
What happened at the end there?
I don't want to listen to it. I'm going to respond to what she said. Emily messaged me.
Gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the day has finally come. We're going to be getting a new host today. The new host of Locale Bus will be hired.
No, I'm not watching this whole thing. I just wanted to jump to the end here.
Okay. Yeah.
See what happened before we go on to the next part of my AMBERLYNN Reid.
My family's watching.
Expose.
So is mine.
Your family watches this?
Huh?
Your family watches this?
They came to support me, bitch, unlike yours.
All right, Poopa's family.
Hello, Poopa's curds.
Mute the stream for 30 seconds.
Vibrators, several dildos, butt plug.
Bro, you have like an entire collection. It's like the Smithsonian of sex toys.
So
you have an arsenal? Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Is it because you don't get dick, so you have to get creative?
No.
I think it's because you don't get dick, you don't get pussy, you don't get nothing.
What would be the purpose of having multiple vibrators and multiple dildos?
Who said I use them on myself?
Oh, I mean, I like, you know.
Are you in a relationship, Fupa?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh my god, so everyone gets to know all of my tea, and then we don't get to know anything about anyone else around here.
You're
like, you're
trying
to get me to go on coffee.
Not everybody has to do that. Not everybody has to do that. You're the one that puts every motherfucking thing on the internet and then expects people not to talk about it. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous.
On stream. You get my tea. I told the fucking pocket pussy story. You know what? You fucking outed it because I've always said the only way I tell that story was for a red dono, and I told it for fucking free because you outed it that it was her.
Because I'm perfect.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you wish, bitch.
Stop abusing me, bitch.
Oh my fucking god. Let me fucking try to find the video of the bike. 100%. If you don't like salt on,
so that must be who they chose, huh?
No, I need salt too. Look, here's my
No,
order.
I'm hungry. Don't extend anymore, please.
Yeah, please. We only got 20 or 25 minutes. Like, there's still time. Okay, there's still
I
hope for
told
me
you
today.
to order McDonald's, bitch.
I'm not eating on camera.
Yeah, I'm not eating on
You
camera.
embarrassed?
Well, no, that's not why at all. Like, YouTube's just kind of an asshole with her.
Jay Garner 1731. How am I gross? I'm not gross, bitch. You're just fat phobic. And upset with me.
Wait, no, there's no way 2 large fries is 1,500 calories. I'm looking this up.
2 large Per one is like a good 800.
Oh damn. Okay, so a large fry is 510 calories. Okay, they're kind of right. So
Oh.
2 fries and the frappuccino. Okay, they're actually right. Damn, dude, this is why I'm fat. Like I think if I eat 2 orders of fries, like I still got another like easy 2,000 calories I can kill that day.
Hell no. Jeez. Okay. So this one, oh, this one must have been before that one. Dang, I meant to do this one first, y'all.
Girls, it's been going down in the Amberverse. We've all seen Emily's weird Instagram posts mourning her fiancé that
Amberlynn,
passed away while also not so
you're
subtly
a
cheating Amber at the
bitch.
same time. She also recently hinted that Amber conveniently let Rarity out on purpose when she asked Amber to leave her home. But this time, Emily posted this cryptic message to her Instagram feed yesterday, hinting at a tell-all with Mr. Snowflake. It says, "With how hot it is lately, it's wild to think snowflakes will be back before we know it." With a snowflake
That's
emoji.
what she
Sparking
said.
mixed
Okay,
reactions. Maybe
this
she
is where I
was
was supposed to
talking about the
start.
weather, but the majority agreed that she was hinting she's been talking to Snowflake. Well, Snowflake took to his community tab post to confirm he has in fact been talking to Emily. His post says, "Been speaking to Emily, obviously. Been a very hard listen. Well, over text, but you know what I mean. We spoke about the
I'll be
emotional
right
and
back,
physical
guys. I
effects from
gotta go to
Amber.
the
We discussed
bathroom.
Rarity.
Sorry.
She sent me over screenshots of messages Amber sent to her on the day Rarity went missing. Amber, I think you better make a quick video and sort your Rarity missing story out. We discussed the breakup and post-breakup. I'll make a simple video soon as I get a chance and get the video up fast as possible. I'll keep you all updated." Amber got wind of all of this and went live at 3 a.m. and crashed the f*** out. She titled the live, "We have been in a relationship the whole time."
I should have put the word toxic in the title. And then I get another text. "I have video proof of you being terrible to me, of me reacting to your betrayal, me unmedicated with BPD. Correct. Stop texting me." Like, how much longer can I stay silent? And the whole time I'm sitting here thinking how I don't want to hurt Tommy. I literally hate even referring to her as Tommy because we all know that we have been together this whole time. And I've seen the things that she has said to me, about me, whether that be in comments, whether that be in private messages. She had a whole Reddit where she made fun of my body. Someone on Reddit literally said, "How do you guys think Amberlynn would be when she loses all the weight?" My girlfriend replied, "She probably looked like melting ice cream or a melted candle." My girlfriend behind my back was calling me Porcahontas. When I was in Wisconsin, I genuinely was the most miserable I've been. And I had to literally fake that shit real good. I had to fake that shit real good because it's like, it's hard to be like human and be broadcasted on YouTube. My mom wanted me to leave Tommy. Just constantly telling me, break up with her. Like, still, like, literally from yesterday. Just leave her, just leave her. Like, my mom knows everything. I have never been with someone so vindictive and, like, genuinely, like, scary in my life. And I feel afraid to say anything. I've been afraid to say anything this whole time. I did not want to hurt her. And she wanted nothing to do with online. But then she would say all these awful things. Like, any argument that happened in Wisconsin was due to a betrayal that I found out that she was doing right next to me. Imagine having BPD, unregulated, unmedicated, and finding out just betrayal. Like, you go crazy. Like, I'm not going to sit here and go into detail. The one thing that I would like to say, so how this all like started is like, she literally told me, "I promise I will never hurt you again." I mean, this is genuinely what she would say to me every single time she hurt me. But as of recently, like once I found out the Reddit thing and once like she insinuated that I let Rarity out on purpose, and I don't know what it was, but after every single thing that she put me through, which all the personal, like I'm not even gonna go into detail in this moment unless she wants to pop off, like I'll pop off and react back. But something about this last time like genuinely broke me. I don't remember what it was, but like we had a normal relationship argument, which happens. Like you express to your partner how you feel. Whenever I would express how I feel, she would just go absolutely insane on me. I would try to process in my brain that like that's her defense mechanism. But it was like 2 days ago, I just calmly expressed to her like how I felt about something. It's like every single time we get in an argument, she goes online and said something awful to me. And I just got a text from her saying, "I'm going to release the video then to prove how you are." I'm literally half naked in that video. So please don't. That was me in a BPD meltdown. I'm literally half naked. You threatening me repeatedly. Like literally she's threatening me as I'm on here. You guys, like as I'm on here. Like you guys don't even understand. She made me more crazy than I've ever felt in my actual entire life. And it makes me not want to protect her anymore. So I go on the Instagram tonight. I replied to Corky Love Rose. I happened to click another message and they were like, "You know who was talking to Snowflake?" And I was genuinely so confused. I didn't know you know who. I didn't know who that was. And I was like, "There's no way to call me again." I was like, "There's no way." She promised me she would stop this because she knew I wouldn't say anything. I was constantly just letting her say whatever she wanted. Haven't you guys noticed that I would never say anything? So then I go to Snowflake's little community tab and that's when I saw it. We're talking about Rarity again. And that's when I knew I'm actually officially done with Emily. Like I've never been more done in my actual life. The truth about Rarity, only the people closest to me know. And only Emily knows. The truth is, we're sitting in Emily's truck. I would sit in the passenger seat and Emily would sit in the driving seat and she would smoke cigarettes. She does not smoke in her house. So we would sit there for hours. So since we're both sitting on our phones in her truck, I saw her talking to this girl named Andrea. Flashback 2 weeks prior, I saw her talking to Andrea. They were talking badly about me. And I was like, "Who's Andrea?" She tells me it's a girl from work. Okay. Then it was a week ago. I mean, at the time we're sitting in that truck, I'm talking about Rarity night. Okay. I see Andrea again. And I was like, "Why do you keep like talking badly, being suspicious with this Andrea girl?" "Oh, just this girl from work." And I was like, "Well, can you stop talking badly about me?" Blah, 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 blah. I find out that night that this is a hater, someone that genuinely hates me more than anything in this world, that Emily became friends with. And they would just sit there and talk bad while I'm literally laying there on her fucking bed, bro. So I told her, I was like, "Please stop talking to her because that hurts. Like that genuinely hurts me. I would never do that to you ever." So I believed that she would never talk to her again.
Well, here we are, sitting in her truck again, and her stupid little message keeps up, and then I see that they're talking again. So then I say, let me see your phone. I go into her little, it's like where you could see what apps you were on that day or whatever. And I noticed that she was on, I don't want to say her. It's like, I'm sorry, Emily, for doing this, but I have to. This is not fair. You've done this. She messaged me and said, you need to stop this immediately. Then why did you do what you did? And I noticed that she was on Tumblr. It was like the most random thing in the world because like me and her were like very open. I don't want to say what I saw. Okay, just know that what I saw her looking at on Tumblr literally broke me. So I instantly went to her Tumblr app, bam, in my face. Okay, I don't want to go into detail. Genuinely, I don't. I noticed that there was this app, not an app, a website. Just know that I saw things and read things and seen things that literally broke me and destroyed me. Okay, like look at me, I look like a fucking freak. This is how I looked almost every day in Wisconsin, might I add. I got really fucking upset. Obviously, no, I never destroyed her ex's photo. So we get in a big fight. I'm telling you, it was off the chain. But I think it was like 5 a.m. or something. He ended up leaving her home through the kitchen door, which is a sliding glass door. She left. She likes to say that you guys see me. I'm over 500 pounds. I walk very slow. This, I don't want to share it. Is Amber subconscious telling her not to lie? No, actually, it's Amber subconscious still being a decent human. And also, it's embarrassing for me. So, you, Rachel, sit down and spin. She leaves through the glass door, leaves the door open. I did not notice because I did not go near the door. I was sitting at the kitchen table waiting for her to come home. And that's when I noticed the cold breeze. Literally left the fucking door open. And she booked it so fast she didn't even close the door. It was just a lot. In my brain, I was thinking, there's no way Verity got out. We're good. It was the next day when I was like, something really just does not seem right. I haven't seen Verity all day. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I've been taking the blame this whole fucking time. The fact that she's threatening to share a video of me half naked. If you guys have ever seen
Hey, Mew, come here. Steam high for my friends.
I think she's a narcissist. I've never said that about anyone in my life, and I tried so hard to love her through it all. But she would do all of these fucking things behind my back. And how she treated me behind closed doors. Like she was my best friend for 13 months. You know, I tell you, there were times where she was so horrible.
Okay, thank you, Jonesy. I will do. Hi, April.
I was off. I hate you. I'm a waste of space. I'm a leak. Just like the most awful things were done to me. If you share a video of me during a BPD meltdown where I'm half naked due to your betrayal, that's when suing will entice. Will happen. You have silenced me for far too long, and the finally.
Real quick. Oh, you're purring. Oh, Messina. This is my Mew. We live in Wisconsin, but he doesn't get to go outside and go freeze in the snow because he's my baby. Look at him. You look so cute in the camera. Hi to me, big boy. Did you just eat? Your belly's so big. Did you eat his wet food? Oh, you are full belly. Oh, Messina. Yeah, you want to get down? Okay. Whoa, we flew. Bye. I love you, my Mew.
Come on, Mew.
He should be okay. Oh, all right, you can let him out. Or no, leave him there. He's fine. He'll be all right. He's not going to do nothing. He just sits by me. Baby, he's fine. I'll let him out if he gets naughty. Sometimes he likes to, like, walk on everything and, oh, sorry.
Time I speak up, you're gonna go like below the belt. Just the worst you could do. Is there anything you tell us about what you saw on Tumblr? Just imagine, just think about it for 2 seconds. While I'm laying next to her in bed, I just wanted her to love me as much as I loved her. And then the fucking Andrea girl that she would talk to, I ended up messaging her and I was just like, can you please leave Emily alone? Like, it's weird. She ended up messaging me this whole thing about how much she hates me. And I'm like, how can Emily correspond with someone like this if she's supposed to be in love with me? Like, I don't get it. I'm not gonna like sit here and stick up for her, but like she was like blackmailed. Emily was blackmailed by people. I should be showering right now. I should be washing my hair. No, we're not together anymore. Like, this is me. Actually, I mean, it's absolutely done. Like, how else would we ever, like, yeah, this is it. What about the sweetest, gentlest love?
Oh,
what's in the beginning?
If you guys are at all into tarot, I am also, before we end the stream, I'm going to do a tarot reading for AMBERLYNN's past, present, and future. 3 cards, okay? We're going to see what they say at the end of the stream, though. So.
It was so perfect in the beginning. We had the whole face.
And I do free readings. If anybody wants one, I'll do one for you because I love doing it. But I don't charge like Rosie. You know what I'm saying? That was so awful.
The Colleen and the everything at the fan with the feeder and the this and that. Like, that definitely not in the way of our relationship. But did we actually break up? Like, today?
Like,
No,
look
that
how
is absolutely not.
extremely
Nothing like that. It was just
look how extremely abused and toxic this relationship started. It's just baffling to me that then you would take this person back. But another point of view is like, I remember being in an abusive relationship with my ex-husband and I would always take him back. But the the difference is that like I didn't, become physical with him at all. I was more scared of him, and like he kind of threw his rage, and that was that. And you didn't say anything. You know what I mean? It wasn't really an argument. It was his own anger, his own issue, usually, which is ugh.
Just bigger girls. No, oh my god, no, it was bigger girls, bro, that were naked. Man, I'm sorry. It was
Well, the
literally
way
just
you made it seem was like it was fucking some crazy shit, dude. Like you really made it seem that way, and then you got mad when people like, it's so silly to me.
her looking at fat people, okay? I'm tired of lying for other people. I'm sending her Snapchats of Wasabi and Romeo. I sent a Snapchat of my body because I know she likes it. All while she's talking to Snowflake. What kind of weird, warped relationship was I in? And I just kept allowing it. I'm done with relationships. I'm done. It really doesn't make sense why she was with you. She was steadily talking shit about you to everyone. Someone said you may love her, but she has to hate you to do this. You know what? I genuinely thought the same thing. All she wanted was my body. I was just a body to her. I said that to her multiple times. Andrea is this old woman who's like a narcissist herself. Like, you know how many times I wanted to message Alexis and just say you were right? All these reaction channels want to do is see me miserable because when they viewed me as someone who just got into a new relationship, they hated Emily. They hated her. And now
Yeah,
we're not
they
together
still
anymore.
do.
They're all, oh, I've been
Or
talking
we
to her.
still do, I
Publicly
should
accused
say.
you of doing what you are now accusing her regarding your pet. I'm not accusing her of nothing. I know what happened. I was there. Why did we now break up? Because
Why
this
did
is
you
what
go to
always happened.
bed?
We would get in a little normal argument, like all couples do. She would take it to the extreme, and then she would go online publicly bash me somehow, some way, and then she would see how hurt it made me. And then she would say, "I will never do it again." Finally, when she reached out to Snowflake, I said to myself, "We're done." So she hates Snowflake. Hates Snowflake. Like when you're in a relationship with somebody, you're supposed to love them, respect them, care for them. You're supposed to be safe with them. I'm not safe with her. Why stay with her? I'm not. Obviously.
See, now you're saying you're not safe with her. And this is very, very triggering for me when I first saw it because I was like, reliving things that I had gone through, listening to her rage about this. And it was like, dude, do you know how many people that have been in situations like that, have been abused and things that are being triggered by what you're doing right now just to make sure that you get ahead of the narrative? It's just wrong. None of this should have been spread online, but yet you did. So people are going to have opinions and speculate.
Like, see, the thing is people just genuinely sometimes don't want
Oh
to see you
shit, I'm
happy.
so
And it was
sorry,
like that also with
guys.
Feline. Like, even though Feline was not really on camera, everything they bring. Okay, it's mutual type deal because we would always do this. We would get in an argument and then we would both be like, we're done. And then she would go and contact a hater or a Reddit or a reaction channel.
Come
Normally, her
on.
reaching out to Snowflake would have been
Thank
part of the pattern, but I need to respect myself. It is mutual. It was literally mutual with me and Feline. That does happen. I don't know what type of life you lived. You stayed with her
Here.
even after she commented suggesting you let Rarity out. Yeah. Said she was sorry. She said she didn't know why she did that. She said she would never do it again. She's good at twisting things.
So are
I'm telling
you.
you. No, we did not break up for the millionth time. I was just trying to protect her because she was being blackmailed. Like she was getting these crazy text messages like, "Do you think she ever loved you or all just a game?" I don't know. I don't think she loves me anymore. Like I think she genuinely stopped loving me. If I could turn back time, my mom hated seeing me like that. If I could find a way. Yeah. Damn, I look fat. I can lose weight now. I'm gonna go on a diet. Ugh, what do you guys think? The Snowflake stuff will blow over. I just don't understand why he wants to like hurt me so bad in like every angle possible. Like it's the most unhinged thing I've ever seen.
He's
Emily
not
was
trying
talking
to hurt
shit
you.
to
He's
another person on Instagram about me during one of our arguments, but she was talking to someone, and that person is the one who told Hexacona, Romeo's in a playful mood, who told you all this was happening. I got a message on Instagram. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but Snowflake's been talking to you know who, and made a short post about what they talked about, sending you good vibes. It never ends. And I was like, you know who? I was thinking like Beck or something because I genuinely did not think my girlfriend was going to do this again. Well, no longer my girlfriend, but is there anything else in your relationship with Emily you're lying about? Well, yeah, I'm not going to reveal everything. I have never hit Emily. I never hit Beck. I never hit, who else have I been in a relationship with? Destiny, never hit Crystal. The list can go on and on. If you
hit Casey.
could, you would. Your body doesn't allow. Huh? You're saying if I could hit someone,
He also threw a glass cup at Casey's mother.
I would. I could throw this at someone's head. I could take this and throw it. Get over it. I'm not physically point blank here. Why'd you take blame for Rarity if it was her protecting her? My biggest thing is I wanted people to like her.
Oh.
No one was gonna like her because of her past. The whole reaction channels love her now. When I've seen the few
No, we
videos of
don't.
Hexacona, he thinks I'm lying about everything that comes out of my mouth. And I haven't lied about a single fucking thing that he thinks I'm lying about. I lost my best friend. I lost her fur babies. I had to do it. I had to. That's all I got,
Ew.
folks. That's all she wrote. You guys want to go shower with me? Inverted elbows. Is that a fat joke? I can't wait to see how evil you were when you're exposed. Okay. I mean, I turned evil due to betrayal. Yes, I did. And that's like one of the only times. So good for me. I wasn't a raging the whole time, even though that's what I was called. Emily said it to your face or in text. Which part? Both, though. If you're talking about my favorite was when she told me she wants to knock my teeth down my throat. That was my favorite. While we were looking for Rarity in the truck. That one was to my face. So you wouldn't be able to see that in text. But like my mom knows like everything. I call her all the time and she was begging me to come home. And I would constantly say I am. And then my mom would schedule to come pick me up. Mommy would genuinely, like, she would become nicer. And like, she was like crying one time that she didn't want me to leave and she wanted me to stay. So then she was at work one time. I made her spaghetti dinner and like Caesar salad and like garlic bread. I wrote her a cute little note and I told her, you know what, I decided to stay. And like she was so happy that she cried. Like she would like do this. I would say I'm leaving and then she would become nice. And then so her room, like I'm not gonna lie, we both like have ADHD and ADHD piles. So her room would get like, you know, she would have her pile of dirty clothes and she also had a rug and like a huge dog bed and then I had Twinkie's dog bed. So it was a very crowded place. I tripped over her rug. I landed into her. She fell on the ground. Like as that's happening, I'm trying to get her, like she's falling. I go to grab her off the ground. It didn't work out very well. She still landed on the floor. And then she started like hysterically, how come you pushed me? I'm like, what is
Yeah,
actually
you're
happening?
like
I'm not gonna lie
3
and
of
say I'm not
Emily, and you pushed her down. You know?
toxic. I feel like a lot of people with BPD are, and a lot of people with BPD aren't. I don't ever try to make BPD like seem some sort of way. Everything that like led to me to be like super hysterical was because of something that I found out that she was doing behind my back. It's like scary to be in this position because it's like I know how she is, and it's like she's plotting her revenge right now, and it's like that's the part that I'm afraid of. It's gonna be really, really pathetic when I say it out loud because it's pathetic thinking it. I've also thought it for a while, but like I didn't mind being someone's fetish as long as they also loved my heart, as long as they loved who I was as a person. I don't know if you guys know the song Fetish by Selena Gomez. Like we would even listen to that in Wisconsin together. And like the way that she would look at me, like I've never been like desired like that ever. And when it's something like you experience for the first time, it's like, whoa. So that's how it feels. But it's like the way she would hurt me, it's like she forgot that I was like human. I wanted everyone to know that we were still together. Like I wanted everyone to know. So I'm sorry for lying about that. But like I'm not sorry for hiding all the like tea of it all. It was like the end for real. She was responding to my Snapchats as if everything was fine. But little did I know she was behind my back talking to Snowflake. We were literally together. So she would constantly tell me that she was going to sue me if I ever talked about her while we were in a relationship. Might I add you? She's claiming property damages because her dog
Not
pees
possible.
on her carpet, and then Twinkie also was peeing on her carpet. They both were peeing on the carpet. So what I did was I bought this really expensive. I bought 2 of them, like gate type thing, to block the yeah, there was pee pads down as well, just for like at night when we were both sleeping. Like I tried to fix it, like genuinely, and then I ended up buying a whole steam cleaner for her. Like I tried to fucking fix it, bro. But it's crazy because she has this cat named Princess, which she keeps trying to throw out, by the way, on the streets, and I keep telling her not to. She really wants to fuck around. We can fuck around and find out. Something done. She has a cat that pees all over downstairs on the carpet, on the chair, on the couch, on the clothes, on the this, on the that. Stop trying to blame me and my dog for everything in your life because I will literally come for you. Did you see the new vid dropped exposing the narc alert from Concerned Girl? It exposes her narcissism. No,
Oh,
I
you have a
haven't. Should I do my
tuxedo
makeup on live
kitty?
stream tomorrow? Why was she videoing you having those moments though? So she would record me.
My daughter used to have a tuxedo kitty, and his name was oh crap, what was his name? Bruce Wayne. Yeah, because he looks like Batman. Bruce Wayne, was that it? Yeah. They're so beautiful, tuxedo kitties. I love them.
Whether it was just my voice or she would record me as I'm having like meltdowns all the time when I was in Wisconsin. I felt so unsafe there. One last thing to say to Emily. Jesus, take a wheel. All I wanted to do was love you. You only ever made me feel like hated. I wish things could have been different. Like I wish you wouldn't have hurt me in the ways that you did. I wish you wouldn't have lied, betrayed over and over, hid things from me, said awful things to me.
All right, girls, there we have it. Amber's version of events. It seems next up will be Emily's side of things. Let me know your
Yep.
thoughts so far, and I'll meet you
We
in the
watched
comments below.
that. We did it a little bit backwards, but no. Let's see. I wanted to check something really quick, you guys. This site, what is it? Phoebe?
I forgot.
Oh. No. What did she say it was? Phoebe, that's what it is. So this is the now, okay, so I hope everybody here is over 18. Is everybody here over 18? I hope so. I put it like that on my thing. But anyway, the psychology of the feedie, why some women desire to gain weight. Feederism is a fetish subculture in which food and fat become erotic. In this kink, a feeder derives sexual gratification from feeding a partner and encouraging weight gain, while a feedee or gainer becomes aroused by being fed, eating in the act of or idea of growing fatter. Many feedees are women who live this desire in real life, not just as a fantasy, but though actual body transformation. On the surface, it might seem straightforward. She enjoys eating and getting bigger, but the emotional currents underneath are far more complex. Why would someone crave to be deliberately fattened or physically controlled? The answers lie in a tangle of psychology, conscious and unconscious, involving submission, validation, trauma, identity, and more. This article dives deep into the psyche of real female feedees, peeling back the layers of why they yearn for the feeding experience. We'll explore. Well, we're not going to get into all that because AMBERLYNN, I don't know if she's so much it, but I wanted to kind of just look at what all this is about. Let's see this Phoebe stuff. Because AMBERLYNN said she found Emily here in this website, and that was one reason why she was feeling so hurt. You know, she said it in the, I think the first live stream we watched, since we watched them backwards, because I'm a little bit, you know, I'm not going to say the R slur like they do on LCU. I'm not going to get here. I hate that. Every time they say that, like, oh, you still really, really get to me. I don't like that. I do not like that. My son is on the spectrum, got called the R word all the time, and he's very smart, and it used to just, you know, it's a disgusting word, you know, it really is. Okay. Now, I don't know how it is that you would like search for someone, so I don't really know. I am definitely not joining your community. No, we're not doing that. I just wanted to look at something. Okay. The Feederism Community Report. No. If you want to maximize the odds of being. Oops. All right. I just want to know. So, I don't know how it is you. So you have to join them? Oh, no, I'm not. Damn, I wanted to see. Well, let's see. So, I wanted to look up what what Emily truly is, because she's a that. Oh, this is ew. I thought it was like no. Nope, nope, no. No, nope, nope, nope. Not looking at that. Nope, nope, nope. No 300-pound women. We have a lot already. Damn. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to find out more about it so that we can discuss it, but I can't. I don't want to be on this. Excuse me. Fine, I'll look it up myself. For goodness sake. Death feederism is an extreme and dangerous form of feederism where individuals derive sexual pleasure from the idea of causing harm or even death to their partners through overfeeding or encouraging excessive weight gain. Death feederism is a subcategory of feederism, or definition context. Death feederism is a subcategory of feederism which generally involves individuals who are sexually aroused by the act of feeding others or by gaining weight themselves. In the case of death feederism, the focus shifts to the potential harm that can come from extreme weight gain, including health risks that could lead to death. This practice raises significant ethical and health concerns as it often involves a disregard for the well being of the individuals involved. Psychological and health implications. Individuals engaged in death feederism may experience a range of psychological issues, including addiction like behaviors related to food and weight gain. The fetish can lead to dangerous practices such as excessive overeating or even self harm, as some participants may seek to reach extreme weights that compromise their health. Health professionals have expressed concerns about the long term effects of such behaviors, which could include diabetes, heart disease, and other serious health conditions. Community and personal accounts. The community surrounding death feederism often shares personal experiences and narratives that highlight the complexities of the lifestyle. Some individuals report feeling a sense of empowerment or intimacy through their relationship with feeders, while others may struggle with the consequences of their choices. The phenomenon has been described as a vicious cycle where individuals may feel compelled to continue engaging in harmful behaviors despite the risks involved. In summary, death feederism is a controversial and dangerous practice that intertwines sexual gratification with extreme weight gain and health risks. It is essential for individuals involved in or considering this lifestyle to be aware of the potential consequences and to seek help if needed. So, and this is the Death Fetus Handbook. My goodness. Okay, let's watch this because this is Obese to Beast from February 14th, 2024. Ooh, Valentine's Day. Caitlin's horrifying escape from death feederism. Let's take a look. Just to kind of get some insight. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Oh. Huh. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Oh, what the hell? Sorry, guys. Shoot. That's it. Wait,
And yeah, so this is your trigger warning.
come
You can
on.
scroll or you can stay, but I am going to address these questions. I've been sitting with this comment for a couple of days. I've confided in a few people that are really close to me about coming on here and sharing my story in this aspect, and I feel like it appreciates when I'm always honest and real and raw, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna
And I think that stuff like this is really good to be brought out and like for people to talk about it because I feel like a lot of times that especially the darker parts of these communities they thrive with difficult, but it only sheds light on maybe the negatives of these types of communities, right?
Keep it honest, real, and raw. 2023 was a bad fuck.
Really scary, right? So obviously being that size is bad, but I think we all know that if you gain weight rapidly like that, it adds so much
stress,
extra like pressure, so much extra bad things, right, to just the weight in and of itself. And so like you even see that with, you know, a lot of people that get really injured or bodybuilders that pass away because they basically just got like there was like too much muscle that went and happened too fast, right? And so it's kind of the same concept. I know it's not the same thing, but you know, like gaining that much weight in such a short period of time adds even more health effects than maybe even just being that size gradually, right?
Right.
I started 2023 also with a grippy sock vacation. My mental health.
So
grippy
sock vacation. When you go to like you end up like staying inpatient at a mental health place, a lot of times you have socks that have grippiness on them. So that's
he explains it. He's so cute. He reminds me of one of my kids. Come on, what's going on? Come on, don't do this to me. Let's see. Let's try it here. This is playing. I hope. Okay. We're gonna try it over here. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna try put it on the YouTube, so it works better. There we go. Look at that, bitch. Okay, I have to add this one. Sorry.
Being immobile at my weight, and
there we go.
I was doing nothing about it. I accepted that this was my life.
That's it. It's like that is. It's crazy how powerful your mind is.
Yeah.
In moments like this, like, because I really do think that obviously it's not all your mind, but your mind plays such a big role. Like if you just accept that these are the things that are going to happen, I feel like a lot of times these negative outcomes happen a lot easier. But when you like are like, no, I'm not going to accept this. Like I'm going to fight this, and maybe you're losing that fight, and you're not always being successful, but you're still choosing to fight. Like your chances of survival or just not succumbing to the worst parts of this, right? With in for instance, obviously we're talking about like feederism or just like gaining weight. Like when you tell yourself like I'm going to fight this, your chances of like surviving, I feel, are so much higher, right? But once you accept it and you're like, it is what it is, it just like I feel like it fast tracks you to the worst outcomes possible.
I was going to be the fattest girl, and
shit.
I accepted it, and I dipped my toes into the feederism community, and shit just took off instantly.
Right.
I was involved on a couple social media platforms that really cater to the feederism community. And within days, I was thousands and thousands of followers. And I was a dream. I was
like, and you have to think like that is you're coming from feeling completely and utterly like useless, pointless, like nothing matters, no one cares, to then all of this attention. And like, it would be so hard to just be like, no, this isn't the right attention. This isn't the attention that I want. Right. And so like, this really explains how someone can go down that road, especially if you're someone that maybe doesn't have those feelings. But I feel like if you have been at a point where you feel like you felt like, what's the point? I feel useless. No one cares about me. No one wants to be with me. No one wants to whatever. To then get all that attention, it would be very hard to just say, no, this isn't the right attention, right?
Huge and fat as fuck. And I was also attractive. And I mean, you can tell me I'm fat. You can tell me I'm a whale. You can call me a piggy. But at the end of the day, I'm
that's
still
not nice.
And I feel like that was a little rare in that community. So people jumped on me and were really drawn to me in that community, and it really fucked with me hard. And I began actively gaining.
It's addicting, right? It's addicting, that attention. And I can speak to this from someone that is, let's be real, right? I'm a content creator. I'm addicted to attention. That's just the truth. Like, maybe that's wrong for me to say, but like, of course, like I understand that dopamine hit,
Right.
and like how intoxicating it can be.
Right, exactly. That need to feel wanted, like AMBERLYNN explains. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I had found a community that was accepting of me.
That's it right there. I know I'm stopping this a lot, but that in my opinion is the crux of so much of this. Being accepted, or at least feeling like you are accepted. It's why like cults become so popular,
right?
And like they get their hooks in people so deep, because as humans, the vast majority of us want connection and community and to feel part of something.
Exactly.
And that is the danger of these types of things, because they are so good at, I think the term is love bombing people, making you feel like, oh my God,
like
this is what
AMBERLYNN
I've been searching
explains.
for. I deserve this. This is going to change my life. When in reality, it's something that is like, in her case, which we'll find out later, was going to take her life. And people were, that's why they wanted to be next to her, so they could help facilitate that happening. It's insane. And I'm not going to sit here and say I understand it exactly, but I can understand the want to be accepted. And I think most people can as well.
That loved me, that wanted the best for me, that was going to take care of me. I had men daily that told me, when I am immobile, I can lay in my bed all day and they'll feed me and they'll wash me and they'll do my laundry and the chores, and I won't have to move a muscle, because moving muscles is burning calories, and you don't do that in the feederism community.
Crazy.
No.
And I thought this was normal. Like, I thought this was okay. Like, this, I thought that was the life I was destined to live, because that's what I thought I was worthy of.
See, and that's that low self-esteem coming into play, where I believe that that's where AMBERLYNN is stuck, is she just feels like, you know, she's not worth anything. So why not just, oh my God. I just dropped everything. Hang on.
Met
worthy, you know? I think that's
important. 2 people from that community in person, in real life. And that's when I was introduced to death feederism. I went on a date with one man, and he wanted to feed me to death. And the amount of food that I ate in that one night, I have never consumed that much food in a whole day in my whole life.
Oh my God.
And I'm talking maybe 6 hours.
Like, you know, I'm not one to try and kink shame people, but like there's definitely a line, and this is absolutely past
right.
that line. Like, those men that did that, I genuinely think are pieces of garbage.
For real.
Respectfully.
I believe you too.
And I truly thought I was going to die. Like,
oh my God. For real.
There was a moment where like I couldn't continue eating, and it was like it was still getting shoved in my mouth, and it wasn't enough for me. It wasn't a rock bottom for me. I still kept it up and kept doing it. And I truly believed that was the best my life was going to get.
Like that's just all you feel worthy for, right? Like that's all, that's what you deserve.
Right.
Like, when you have such low self-esteem, the amount of things that you'll do or let people do to you, it just
exactly. And that's the problem with AMBERLYNN.
I began making a lot of money because of the community. A lot of people are like, how did you afford to eat like that? When I shared in a previous video how I would eat multiple fast food places a day, order takeout every single night, get multiple meals every time I ordered food somewhere. it wasn't coming out of my pocket.
Right.
I was getting money sent to me, Cash App, DoorDash, gift cards, PayPal, Venmo on the daily, all day long. And like 90% of the time, that's all it was a transaction. Once in a while, someone would be like, hey, I'll send you this, but you need to send me a picture of you eating it, or you need to send me a video of you eating, or you need to send me a picture of the receipt so I can see how much you ordered. But again, like that was 10% of the time. 90% of the time, these guys were just getting off knowing that they were filling my stomach.
Crazy.
I loved it. I did. I craved it. I loved the attention. I loved the attention. And it's like now that I've come to, I realize I wasn't wanted and loved for the right reasons. I wasn't.
Exactly.
I was being completely sexualized, completely fetishized.
Come here.
And the end goal was death. Like they wanted to feed me to immobile to the point, like wanted me to be on oxygen, wanted me to not be able to get out of my bed, wanted me to not be able to use the bathroom on my own. And like, holy shit.
Right.
Finally, I do know what happened. I had let my body go so bad, and I was actively gaining, and I was gaining fast. I gained 100 pounds in a year.
Damn.
And I could no longer fit in my car, but I was still driving. And I have a C-section on the top of my stomach, a C-section scar that's 6 years old. And the steering wheel was irritating that part of my stomach so bad that it didn't, I don't want to say it opened, but like the skin had a lot of irritation. And I ended up getting an infection, and I ended up with sepsis. And I ended up in the hospital for a week in December. On Christmas. I spent Christmas in the hospital because I had completely let go of myself. Backtrack just a little bit. I had stopped posting on my spicy site and stopped posting in the feederism community and on all my social media platforms promoting my spicy site and into the feederism community in November.
And that's like a huge, if you like having a community and having people that are willing to pay for stuff and making money off this stuff, I'm sure it was really hard to want to pull back from that. And even like it's hard if you're not someone that's ever maybe had like a social media following that has helped you make money or whatever. But it is incredibly difficult to have like what a lot of people would consider a golden goose and let it go. But a lot of times, and I say this, I've said this before in videos, like sometimes that might be the best thing to do. That might be the healthiest option, right? But like when you just feel like, what else am I going to do? It's really hard to take that step back, right? Like, I get flashes of like AMBERLYNN Reid. A lot of people say that, right? And I've said that before. Like if the goal really is to save your life and to, lose weight and keep it off and, literally save your life, that might be what you have to do. But again, it just adds to what's already hard, which is losing weight. You're adding this other thing, which is your money and your livelihood is connected to that thing. And so I really do give a lot of props to Caitlin for being able to, get rid of that golden goose, even though it was probably very difficult to do.
But I was still actively gaining. And so December, I was in the hospital. And that was just a really big eye opener for me. And January 1st, I decided I am worthy of a better life. I am worthy of true love. I am worthy of loving myself. I'm enough and I'm worth it.
Your train going by?
On January 25th, I deactivated the spicy site. I deleted all of my platforms promoting myself into the feederism community. and I deleted my profile on the social media platform that caters to the feederism community. January 1st, I took back my life. January 25th, I meant fucking business.
Let's go.
And there's no going back.
Amen.
I'm only moving forward here on out. I know this video is a lot. I don't want my page to become everything about feederism. That's in my past. If you have questions, I'll decide if I want to answer them if I want to. But I just want it to be open and real and let you know that's where my life went. And this is now where my life is going. So, yeah.
So that's obviously the whole video. I just thought it was really interesting. Obviously, I think it's, regardless, like with those communities, I'm sure it's always really scary to, I don't want to say like speak out against them, but share.
Let's see here. This is from 2/18/2019. I kind of wanted to take a look at it. There's a bunch of these older live streams on here on CXNT. If you go their account, you can see them yourself. But, you know, there's a lot of things Amber, I guess, doesn't remember saying, and that she goes over on here, and it's just, yeah. It's always good to try to backtrack and hear her own words so that she can put her foot in her mouth. You know what I mean?
Fierce. Yes, girl.
That's some good work. When you said hi, Becca, I literally almost died. Or cried. No! No! Love your lip gloss. This is actually one of the ones that Eric got me for Christmas. And it was like a little mermaid set. If you know me, you know that Little Mermaid is like my favorite Disney Channel movie.
What are you doing?
This is what it looks like. Super cute.
What are you doing, Cito?
Super, super cute. Hi, Courtney.
Cooling out, my baby mew.
Gorgeous eyes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been craving Subway so much thanks to you. Why? I think I've eaten it like once on a video. It's definitely good. It does sound good for sure. Hi, Yasmin. You seem down. Oh my god, not at all. I'm actually kind of cool, to be honest.
I know you're not used to being in here, huh? Yeah.
Thank you, Connie, for the likes, and thank you anyone else for the likes in the bars. It's hard to pay attention to both things. Is Becky suing Michael? No, Becky and I are not suing anybody. No reason to.
Her sister is.
What eyeliner do you use? I use Elf eyeliner. Elf liquid eyeliner.
Well, her sister was mad at you about some stuff.
Probably not. Thank you, Yasmin, for the bars. Destiny and Dana getting engaged. I know. I am so freaking happy for them, and it was so beautiful. Like all the pictures that they had on Facebook, I was just like, oh my god. So beautiful. I don't know. Maybe it's up to you. Come to New Jersey. I'd love to visit there.
What'd you say? Excuse me, bitch?
Right?
Maybe a bridesmaid. Oh my god, no. I feel like even if I was asked, which I'm not going to be, I would be like, I don't know. I don't think so. Are you going to wedding? I'm invited, so I imagine that I would. I'd love to support my friends. Like, who wouldn't? She won't travel. They're actually getting married in Kentucky, so that's where I live.
How's your leg? It still hurts on and off here and there. Some days it doesn't, some days it does. We should always suggest wearing a dress. I'm actually wearing a purple shirt with lace on the bottom, lace on the sleeves. And then this is like a, I don't know. I got it from Torrid a while ago. Becky chose my outfit today. I was like, you choose my outfit and my earrings. I want to see what she came up with. Have you learned to pronounce Optavia? I have. You're the only YouTuber who makes me happy and calms my anxiety. That makes me happy, honestly, because I know how rough anxiety is. Like, today has not been the day for me when it comes to just, like, life in general. Like, I fell asleep with anxiety and woke up anxiety, and that's one of the worst feelings in the freaking world, so.
2017.
So, to find something that calms it is, like, honestly a blessing, so. Someone said Optavia. You're saying Optavia.
Oh, here's a good stream to watch, actually.
Because when I first started, I was called.
Libby is in this one.
Florida, Libby decided to go with Destiny's cousin. Give a little kissy boo. Libby knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Lily is literally a teenager.
Or wait, was it the other way around? You went in the. No, we've talked about this before. Oh wait, are you with your boyfriend right now? If you are, hi boyfriend. Oh, okay. She's like, shut up. You taste like cigarettes. Yeah, that's how I pray. Oh my god, that was so good. Yeah, I could never date a smoker. Like, no offense.
You do. You are dating a smoker literally right now. Duh. That's crazy to me. Oh, is that rarity?
Sleep wrong on me. Oh my god. You're gross as fuck. I know. First get your No, baby Spencer's. I've been telling everybody Hot Topic this whole time. Entire time. No, but I literally think it's the same brand that sold Hot Topic. I think it's the brand of that makeup I also got you. Oh, I still need to try that out. Yeah, you do. I should do it in a vlog. I don't think you tried anything I got you for Christmas. You don't tried your fingernail thing. You don't tried your hair product. Maybe I
So she doesn't have a respect for you back.
I don't want it to hurt my head. What? Rarity. Lydia, of course. Did she just like you? Yeah. Oh, I think I know what she wants. What? I don't think she's got a TRE. Oh my god, you don't need a TRE daily. I think they're becoming a cousin. Ow, why do I keep hitting my head? Does your back hurt? My back only hurts because I have a slip disc from sleeping on the floor for like 2 years back when I was like 18, 19. So it's something that'll always be there. It'll flare up here and there.
No, you're overweight. That's why.
I'm doing the dishes, when I'm sleeping or mopping, or sometimes when I'm sleeping. So.
Because that shit used to happen to me when I was over 400 pounds. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's your weight, AMBERLYNN.
So what I think is going to happen is we're going to get every female cat in the whole world fixed. And we're going to get cat fixed, okay? Do you want to do that? Get every single one fixed so we can never have another beautiful kitty cat again? Okay. Yeah, we're going to fix all the cats. Every cat in the whole world is going to be fixed, and they're going to go extinct. We're going to do that. Because every cat in the world should be fixed. According to
It's funny coming out of your mouth that you say that. Funny.
Extreme crazies out there. Am I wanting kittens? No. Oh my god, what would we do? I would be very upset. This is physically impossible. Because we can't have any more animals here. And second of all, do you know how hard it is to give away cats? And I refuse to leave them on the street because they get hit by cars, they get eaten by wild animals. I can't live with that.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know how
exactly.
people do that. I can't live with it.
Oh, but AMBERLYNN doesn't care about that. Huh. It seems Beck cares about that, but AMBERLYNN, she didn't care about letting her cat stay outside. She didn't care at all. We went to bed.
Oh my god, I'm nervous. What's nervous? Because I don't know. I don't meet new people often. Oh my god. Sometimes that messes up. What?
Now she's featuring a teenager in her live stream.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
look at you, all skinny and stuff. Really? Yes. Aww. You look so good. Oh, really? And I'm like, what's up? How are you doing? Oh my gosh. What have you been up to? What? She's like, I have been in school. I mean, that's fine.
She's a literal kid, dude.
Somebody said that forehead though. Yes, bitch, I know. Oh my god, people are buttholes. Like, don't. Where's the forehead? I know how big it is.
I have a big forehead too, girl.
Oh my god. I've been like, so when are you gonna come visit? Oh my god, soon. I just got started working again and everything, and I'm trying to save up right now, mainly for a car. But like, I mean, plane tickets aren't really all that expensive. So, well, I mean, I can help with that too. You know what I'm saying? Where are you going? That was weird. So yeah, you definitely have to come visit. It'd be so much fun. Yeah, I know. I really need to. Yeah. Did you hear that Destiny's moving? She's moving? I don't really know if that's I don't really think it matters about that. But yeah, she's moving back to Florida. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah. Sometime in I think she said like August. That's crazy, ain't it? I know, that's weird that you're the one that stayed up there and she's the one that moved back, considering like she's the one that wanted to move there so bad. I know, it's like everything's so weird. I was like, what the heck? But I mean, yeah, and some other stuff has gone down with her lately, but I can't talk about it on here. Yeah, I saw she's just been going through a lot. But you should just message her and just be like, you know, how are you? Like, how are you? Like, all awkward. You might need it, you know. I just feel like it's kind of like weird because I haven't really talked to Destiny since you guys moved. That is weird to me. And she's been to Florida twice. You'd be the first person I fucking seen. We're like, where's Libby? I didn't know. I don't know. I know she'd come back like one time for I don't know something. But yeah, she went back twice. Oh. I mean, I could always go to Florida too, but I don't drive, and it would be like a road trip. I also wouldn't want to plane. And this one over here is scared to drive long distances, so it's like I know I need to get over that. I would drive, but like my car would die. Your car would die. It would give up. Like I'd get to like the top of Alabama and it'd just die. Oh my god, that would be bad. Exactly, it just quit. It wouldn't like take me all the way there. It's so old. Is it still that one? The same car you had? Yeah. Yeah, it's about time. Yeah, I know. I'm saving up for a new car though. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to find one. I really hope so. So, where do you work now? If you don't, I mean, you don't have to stay on here. At Baskin Robbins. Oh, again? Yeah. Did you miss it there? Not really. I just couldn't find another job. I applied so many places and like everywhere, nobody ever like called me back. So, girl, start a YouTube.
I knew she was gonna say that.
People like you. I mean, I have a lot more subscribers than I used to have. Like, so some of them don't know you, but yeah, I know. But I feel like I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I feel like you're mean people would like come for me and be like, "Hey, fat bitch, what's up with you?"
Oh no, they
I know.
wouldn't.
They like attack everybody that knows me. It's pretty pathetic. Exactly. Yep. Oh my god, I do remember when I contoured your face. I didn't know how to contour back then, and it was so bad. It was like wait, you didn't know how to contour back then? No, I didn't know how to do it right. I had just started like really doing makeup and everything, but like it was really like muddy and it couldn't like it didn't blend really well and it looked so bad. I watched that video literally the other day and it was so funny. Oh my gosh, that was great. That was great stuff. And I realized I can't do other people's makeup. Like I had people, like a few months ago hit me up and they were like, "Hey, do my homecoming makeup," and I can't do other people's makeup. It's so hard. No, I'm the same way. It's definitely more difficult. I think it's because you get so used to your face and yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to do it on other people. I tried to do winged eyeliner on my mom, and it looks really good on me when I do it, but I can't do it on other people. Yep. Oh my god, what just said Becky? People think that Libby looks like Kate Winslet. Isn't that the girl from like Titanic? Yeah. Becca's obsessed with her. Oh, Becca's like obsessed with Kate Winslet? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why, but I mean, no, I'm joking. I mean, she's really pretty. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe it's because you're both blonde or something. I don't know. Wait, what? I said I don't see it, but maybe it's because you guys are like both blonde or something. I don't really like. I don't really get a lot of people like if anybody tells me that I ever look like a celebrity or whatever, I don't get it. Or if somebody tells me that I look like somebody else, like even when people tell me that I look like my mom or something like that, like I don't see it. Right. Yeah. That's just me. Someone's like, "Oh my gosh, talk about resting." My parents like went to dinner, and I'm just kicking it. Or was it like their date? No, they're with their friends. I'm not a vegan. I am a vegetarian. Oh, so you don't eat meat? What? You don't eat meat?
What that means?
No. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I know. I feel like has that been hard? I mean, not really, because I mean, I've never really been a big fan of like beef anyways, and I've never really liked
beef.
I don't really like any sort of pork. Like I hate bacon and like all that stuff. And I mean, I don't know. The only thing that I really kind of miss sometimes is like chicken. I did like chicken. Wow. I don't know. Like I tried the whole vegetarian thing, the whole vegan thing. You know that firsthand. Yeah. I just don't think Becky could do it, and I cook all her meals, so it's like it'd be hard for me to sit there and cook her meat and then not be able to eat it. I'd be like, That'd be hard.
It's kind of hard sometimes. I thought I want to be like I actually want to try veganism, but considering that I'm still living with my parents, it's gonna be, it's gonna be like hard because I know that they would never do it. But like I know that like I feel like it would be kind of easy since I'm like lactose intolerant anyways, so it wouldn't really be hard to give up like milk products.
Right. Sorry, I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, me too.
People are crazy.
Some people are mean.
They are. They come out of hiding when they have nothing else better to do.
I know. Oh my god! Like the people that have whole accounts dedicated to just like commenting on your videos. That's creepy. That's so creepy.
I know. It's crazy.
It's just oh my god.
They're obsessed. I mean, there's no other
Not
reason for
obsession.
it besides obsession.
And they're so obsessed with like the thing that I find the most is they're like obsessed with everything you do, and they're obsessed with your weight and everything. So they criticize you about anything you do. And I feel like even if you did lose like a bunch of weight, they would still like have a bunch of negative stuff to say.
Because I mean, this is the best I've done in years, and they're still saying horrible things, and I'm just like, it's never gonna end. Whatever.
Yeah, it's just.
And it's like I think the hardest part is like everyone thinking I lie about stuff, and I'm like sitting here like so honest about everything. I don't know.
She's still saying
Like
that.
I'm pretty sure I told you about the whole casting thing before. I've talked to you about this before, like when I lived in Florida, and it's like that's something I open up to people when I like trust them, and like the only reason why I made the storytime video is because I wanted people to like know that they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I don't know. It's been hard, and I think that's where all of it came from. It's from that. That's when it started to get like the worst. Oh wow.
Everybody seems to hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Would you ever consider moving back here, or do you just like really like Kentucky?
I don't like it here, but I mean, I know Becky would never move.
Yeah. Does she have like a lot of family up there?
And she's very close to her family. Very. Why?
I don't know. It's just like.
You bored? No, because I remember like I'd always want to hang out with you. I'd be like, you want to hang out? What are you doing today? You want to hang out?
Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
I know. We used to spend like every single weekend together, like all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Literally, I'm not kidding. I like hit up people, and I wanted to like do something tonight, and I do not have a single friend. I am not kidding.
Well, you don't have any friends at all.
I literally don't have any friends that I can hang out with. Like I don't talk to anyone in any of my classes, and it's just
why?
Like,
you're such like a likable person.
I don't know.
Or maybe it's you. You don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I don't like a lot of people. I don't know.
But yet you somehow like me. I must not be that bad.
I actually really like hanging out with you. I really.
Well,
I miss it too.
you know what, guys? I gotta get off
People
of
ask me who
here
you are.
real
Libby's
quick.
my friend.
I can come
Like
back
my
tonight,
friend
or
from Florida that I would hang out with a lot.
we can continue this tomorrow. I want to go over a lot of different things. I didn't quite have like a schedule written out. So, the first two things we went over, but I wanted the live stream to go at least 2 hours. But I will actually like schedule some things out, look for some, if you have any like questions you'd like me to find, the answers to or whatever, let me know. I'm trying to break my way into Girl World as a reactor because I have opinions. I have thoughts. Okay. And I actually didn't act like an unhinged freak about AMBERLYNN tonight. I'm proud of myself. Okay. I am proud of myself, bitch. Anyways, I love you. I don't feel very hot. I've had the flu. So I'm going to get going and go to bed. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. Never mind.